Hello, and welcome to the Mark of Red Moon. My name is Envy Wild, my pronouns are they, them, and I will be your dungeon master on this journey through Erisse. This is a new D&D series brought to you by myself and this wonderful cast of characters. I'd like to go ahead and introduce you to my lovely people down here, starting with Pyronaynia.
Hi, I'm Pyronaynia, she, her. I am a concept artist and illustrator, and you can find me on pretty much every social media platform under @Pyronaynia.
Hi, I'm Chantilly. Pronouns he, him. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, it's Chantilly_Chateau.
Hi, I'm Panthera, she, they. I am an educational witchcraft content creator on Twitch, YouTube. I have a blog, pretty much all the platforms.
And as always, you can find me on all of my socials @EnvyWild. All right, and without further ado, let us embark on the journey. Drip, drip, drip. The repeated sound of water droplets plinking from the cracks in the stone walls that surround you. Drip, drip. A cold draft blows through the petty comfort of the paper-thin blanket you cling to for warmth. Drip. Your legs shuffle against the tight constraint of the shackles that bind you. Drip, drip. 3 souls find themselves incarcerated for a crime they cannot remember committing. It's been 4 days since their arrest, and word of execution has just made its way down. Drip, drip. It is dark in the prison, reprieved only by the iron-barred window illuminating from the top of the cell. The overcast sky pours a melancholic light onto the prison floor as rain begins to slowly spill in the bars. Drip, drip, drip. It is at this moment, Pyronaynia, that I'd like you to introduce us to your character and describe how they're feeling as you come to terms with your imminent and untimely end.
Well, in this dark cell, you see a white-scaled dragonborn. She's lithe and muscular, and she has these gently curving horns that, come away from her face, and sharp spikes that decorate her dragonid head. She stands at her full height, about 6'1", and she has eyes that are a pale pink in the center, but they go to a red towards the edges. And she's got on like these dark black clothes with gold accents on them and purple lining on the inside of this these clothes that she's wearing, these Wisterum style clothes. And you can also see that her left arm, up from the elbow to the fingertip, is gold, almost like it's been dipped in molten gold. And then her right arm is a necrotic black, almost as if it's been like beset with frostbite or rot all the way up to the elbow, just in opposition to each other. And I would say that right now she's feeling almost defeated, maybe. Like, this is happening to her again. and she can't believe it. She's like, how did I keep ending up here?
Absolutely.
And yes, her name is Helix Asar.
Wonderful. And just off to the right, on another cold iron bed, lays Inari Pascal. Chantilly, please introduce us to your character as you stare out into the overcast sky.
So, staring out, you see a humanoid male, quite handsome, really handsome.
So modest.
He has long hair that comes to about like boob length, and he has hair that's 2 colors. It's gonna be like white on one side and then like gold on the other, like a peachy, champagne-y kind of gold. peering through the darkness, you can kind of see like the flash of light in his eyes. They're not quite human eyes, some kind of cat-like, and they seem to be different colors. He's in the traditional Portesian kind of outfit with scale armor over it. Yeah. And
Wonderful.
this is Anari Pascal.
Lovely. What a handsome man. And then finally, the final resident of this cell is a certain red-headed cowgirl named Riley Renwood. And there, if you would be so kind to introduce us to Riley as she stares at the ground, her hands clasped together.
Riley is really not happy to be chained up in the cell like a dog. She is fairly tall, about 5'9", a pretty muscular female humanoid with bright reddish brown hair. It is very tangled, braided in places. There is little bits and bobs that have been woven in maybe one night when she got bored. She has a leather hat on the top of her head, also decorated with feathers and teeth and claws stuck into it where applicable. Her skin it's hard to tell if it's more damaged by the sun or by physical marks. It's hard to tell whether she has more freckles or more scars, but her skin is just damaged and burnt and tanned in all different places. Some like burn marks, some scratches. She's wearing very tattered clothes. She probably hasn't bathed in a very long time. On top of her torn up shirt, she has just a leather vest, once again decorated with all manner of bits that she has found out in the wilderness. I assume that most of her accoutrements have been taken away at this time.
Yes.
So she's feeling a little naked.
Absolutely.
So yeah, her hands are kind of bandaged up, and she is probably like sitting in this corner and like actively like digging at her skin to try and get these shackles off of her. She is very, very uncomfortable to be in a small confined place and chained.
Absolutely. All three of you feel the weight of the bars that surround you. Every day that passes in this cell, it almost feels as though it gets smaller and smaller, especially sharing it with two other people. The only other person residing in this prison currently is an elderly man who's just a few cells down. Every night you can hear him muttering to himself. You assume he's been here quite some time. The guards rarely check up on you, only to serve you 2 meals a day. Malnourished, tired, and confused, you await your fate. Until one day, someone enters the prison. Someone unexpected. Someone with an air of grace and something else you can't quite put your finger on. At the corner of the hall, standing in the light backlit, you see a rather tall man who's quite broad as well. Because he's backlit, you can't quite make out his features just yet, but he slowly, with grace, walks down. You hear the clomping of his bootsteps one by one. At first you worry perhaps this is the executioner come to claim your souls. And it isn't until the kindly man appears at the bars that you realize it's not today. He speaks clear and plainly to all of you. Hello. It seems you found yourself in a bit of trouble, eh? Perhaps introductions are needed. My name is Waylon Michael. I'm a bit of a nobleman myself, and you may wonder what I'm doing here in this dark prison that you have found yourselves in. Well, I may be your key out of here. Perhaps we could scratch each other's backs, as the locals like to say. I run a business here in town. And I've heard word of a few new people, new faces, getting mixed up in the ongoings of the politics that seem to be plaguing our lovely kingdom as of late. Perhaps, to spare your head the chopping block today, you would do a favor in exchange for me. How does it sound? An offer you can't refuse, I presume.
What kind of favor?
Simple, really. I am a collector, a connoisseur, some might say. And I am searching for something that few have seen before.
Do I recognize this name or this person? From the history of the town?
Yeah, go ahead and roll history.
Oh, first roll.
First roll.
Oh.
The tone for the campaign.
Uh-huh.
All rides on you.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
roll good.
Roll good. Break a leg.
Hey!
17.
17, very nice. The name Waylon Bycolm does not ring any bells to you personally, but you remember seeing the name Bycolm on one of the shops in town. You don't remember seeing this store when you were a youth, growing up in town, and every time you'd come to visit. This store wasn't there before. So he's fairly new to town.
But at least I know he's not lying.
Indeed.
Okay.
Yes, yes. I presume the three of you are of the adventuring sort. You seem quite hardy. And my secretary told me of you, young man, and how charming you are as well. So, I've come to offer you a boon. I'm sure you'd do anything to prevent your untimely death, yes?
How about we define anything?
Sure. To be specific, I'll be frank with you all. I want you to go into an old and ancient temple, long forgotten. This would be out in the Makari wilds, a treacherous place filled with magic untamed. I'll let you know many have tried to enter this place before and have failed. So this is definitely a treacherous mission. I will not lie to you. But the rewards will be rich, and you'll have your lives. Should you return, that is. The details matter not. All you need to know is the direction you are going and the item you are to retrieve. Ask no more questions beyond that. The item I'm looking for is an old slate. No gemstones or magical weapons. Just a slate, made of stone and inscribed with many ancient phrases that you needn't worry about. Sound good?
What
I'll
are you
do it.
going to do with this slate?
As I said before, no questions asked.
I don't know about
I'm
you
in.
guys, but I ain't dying down here. I'm in.
Just what I like
Oh.
to hear.
So, yeah, I'll go, I suppose. It's better than being here.
A wise man. And you, young dragoness?
We have few other options. I'll do it.
Lovely. Shall we shake on it then? He reaches his hands through the iron bars.
And Ari's kind of looking around.
Over if nobody else makes the move and give like a firm.
As you do, you feel his tight, callous grip. His hands are quite cold as he
Can I
firmly
like
shakes your
try
hand.
to squeeze harder than he?
Yeah, okay, let's roll opposed strength.
Awesome.
You got a firm handshake.
I love it. I
Okay.
just like the challenge of like, okay, you're gonna try it. Well, let's do it.
Yeah, can you beat a 7?
Oh,
Not a nat 1. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, so as you try to like squeeze harder, he kind of looks you in the eye and tilts his head and goes, and really squeezes you firmly. You kind of like wince at the pain, not
He
firmly
tried
enough to
really
where
hard not to show.
he's not trying to hurt you, but he's definitely letting you know that he is superior in this handshake. It's kind of like a subtlety. He pulls his hand back slowly.
And Ari's just kind of watching, like, what is this custom?
Yes.
handshake.
Yes.
What is
The
this?
two of you being from out of the country, you're still acclimating to the kind of culture.
I watched that and I'm like, this is how it's done. So I'll stand up, I'll go over and I'll hand out because he put out his right hand, so I have to like hand out my necrotic and like sort of.
He looks at you and
hand.
he looks at you and he looks at your hand and kind of looks back at you and says, "One handshake is enough. We have a
'Cause
deal."
I'm not shaking yours.
That is
Very well.
fine. Now, all I require is that you don't make any more trouble while you're in town. Try not to bother the guards too much, as I will be pulling many strings to get you all out of here. Execution is not an easy thing to remedy. So mind your P's and Q's, again how the locals say. I will offer you a small bundle of gold to prepare for your adventure. I'm sure you would like that, wouldn't you? Well,
It's a nice little cherry on top.
upon exiting the prison, you will find it waiting for you with your belongings. Do not contact me until you have the slate. Yes?
Where are we to contact you?
By letter, or by leaving a message with my secretary at B&L Trading Company in town.
B&L Trading Company.
Indeed.
Hmm.
Yes. Well, it is at this point I will bid you adieu, and by tomorrow you will be free to roam. Trust that if you vary from the path or try to trick me, I will know. And all the fate that you are avoiding today will come henceforth doubly so tomorrow.
You know, you did not have to, like, do this whole jail thing. If you wanted to, you know, have help, you could have probably just asked.
That may be so. But what better is a bargain when I have the upper hand? Have a lovely rest of your day. He turns on his heel and slowly makes his way out of the room.
See you later, Frank. So, what are we doing? What is going on?
I believe he wants us to, well, I don't know, retrieve some kind of ancient artifact. A slab? What a sketchy person.
A slab? A slab of
slab.
what?
A
Stone
stone
slab.
tablet or something.
Yeah. It's probably got
There's-
some information on it or something, is my guess.
Yes. Who knows what he wants to do with it? I don't trust him. He seems sketchy.
I don't trust him, but it's a simple job.
But maybe it's probably maybe we're like saving the slab from something already. What if it's in like worse hands than the person we're giving it to? Maybe he's, you know, maybe good or something. I don't know.
But
Well,
on
we
the
can always
opposite,
check it out, see what we think, and then make our decision.
on the opposite side, what if we are going to take it from somebody who rightfully owns it?
Did they
Ooh.
say if this temple is going to be empty or not?
It's in a temple?
I don't.
Ah.
Yeah, temple in the Makari Wilds.
Let me tell you, temples, they are locked down. Like, they do not let people in just willy-nilly.
I don't know, every temple I've seen has been like ruins.
I mean, yeah, you know, like, you come to the altar and do whatever, but, like, you know, the back, like, where it all happens.
You're not from around here.
What are you looking at?
As you guys have spent a few days together, you haven't really spoken to each other too much. Aside from acknowledging that all of you are swept up in something that you weren't expecting and introducing your names, you really don't know very much about each other, as all of you are quite different people. As the night turns to day in your cell, a little bit of excitement fills you as you've quickly escaped death. And for all of you, this isn't the first time you have. Upon the morning, you are let out by the guards, who all look a little bit confused as to why you're being set free.
Yeah, we're leaving. See ya.
They kind of brush you off and don't give you any satisfaction to that.
Later.
You collect your belongings, and they release you into the town proper. The town of Harkinsboro resides near the edge of the Kingdom of Erlanos. It is primarily a hunting town. The people very modest and practical. And as you go out into the streets, you see several faces going about their days, all a hard-working, hardy people. In the center of town, there is a fountain. You sit next to it as you decide what to do next. As at this point, you can all add 15 gold pieces.
Oh, we got paid
Mm-hmm.
in advance.
Yes.
You're not from around here.
You ain't from around here, are you?
You ain't from around these parts, huh?
both me and Ari are like, me?
Me? At the same time. Okay. So it is about 10 a.m. at this point when you find yourselves in town, now with a pocket full of gold. There are many shops where you could spend it. There's an armory, there is, a general store. There are several different options for you to purchase things from. Where would you like
I
to
have
go?
a couple questions real quick.
Absolutely.
So first one, do I know where the Makari Wilds are?
Yes. So the Makari Wilds are the forests that kind of surround the Kingdom of Erlanos, specifically the one that connects Lorgat to Erlanos, Lorgat being the neighboring kingdom. This one is going to be kind of at the opposite end, and your was not too far from the wilds. So
would I be pretty familiar with that area from my time spent in the forest?
Yes, you never went deep into where they call the Makari Wilds is like the deep forest, basically. The nearby forest.
Even like my feral time, I wouldn't have gone in there.
Your feral time potentially. You could have potentially have spent some time there. Yes. But yeah. It's very dense and kind of confusing and dark. So even if you were spending your time there, I'm sure you wouldn't remember where things are too much because it's very wild.
Okay.
Hence the name Makari Wilds. But yeah, so the forest near your farm isn't necessarily the Makari Wilds.
It leads to it. Though.
Yes, basically.
Okay, cool. And then my other question is, in the days that we were down in the dungeon, did we hear any rumors or anything about what exactly we were locked up? Because to my knowledge, we're still unaware of why we were locked up, right? So did we hear the guards whispering or anything or talking about us or?
Because I didn't know if I should question him.
Yeah, sure.
Why are we here?
If you guys want to go ahead and roll a perception for the past, you can have a group roll of perception for surezies. And I believe Riley, you get advantage on that because of hearing.
Oh.
Percept.
That didn't help me very much. With
And perception.
I heard somebody got a crit one.
I spent the whole time
got
in deep
two.
depression.
Okay, well,
19.
oh, you got a 19. Very nice. Okay, so 2 nat ones. You two were very caught up in you're kind of wallowing.
I've decided that Riley is definitely claustrophobic.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So Riley was just fully bugging out the whole time, was not even paying attention. Inari, due to your innate ability with listening and mindfulness, you are able to hear some of the guards kind of muttering about how should I word this? Oh, give me a moment.
No problem. I'll just sipple my juice. Sipple?
Sipple? Gross. You were able to hear the guards muttering sort of about the kind of uprising, the kind of insurrection that happened, and how all you remember hearing is somebody had to take the fall for it.
And it was 3 of us? Y'all could have took 2 of them.
What, and leave you out?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Along with the gold, you receive directions. The directions say to go towards a lake and ask the ferryman for passage directly to the Makari Wilds.
Fairy is an F-E-R-R-Y.
Yes!
Ooh!
Ferryman! No. F-E-R-Y.
Fairy dust.
Not fairy
Magical. No.
Tinkerbell
F-E-R-R-Y.
Express.
As
As
long
long as you
Ooh.
believe.
Oh my gosh, Disney, are you listening? You should definitely steal that. Tinkerbell Express. I love that. Oh my god. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so the lake, if we take the boat, it will take us to the Makari Wilds.
Correct. It's a straight shot to it. That way you don't have to like track through the forest, basically.
I spelled wilds with W-Y.
Oh my god. Are you trying to like butter me up?
Oh, but if
That's
you wanted to
me.
give me, like inspiration.
No.
Okay, fine. Or
No,
whatever.
no. Flattery will get you everywhere. All right. As I stated before, you find yourself in town. What would you like to do, and how are you feeling at this moment now that you've earned your freedom?
So how far away is the lake from here?
Several miles. So it would be about, half a day's journey or more. And that would be on horseback. If you were going by foot, it would be a full day's journey.
So we're probably gonna want to stop by the stable and get some
Horseback. Mr. Mistopheles! Oh, I go get them.
You recall your beautiful black horse, which you left at the stables in town. Do you take off running towards him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I wave them towards.
I also know somebody who owns a ranch off town. They might have some horses. Maybe they can cut us a deal.
Some horses is not Mr. Mistopheles,
Well, obviously
so...
you get your
That's about... Yeah.
I've never ridden a horse before. They're not common in Wisdom.
Oh, really?
You're from
Where do
Wistering?
you ride?
Yes, I am from Western.
Yeah, what do you ride?
Well, it's very cold, and often they have these large dire wolves that people ride. But they don't have horses.
Have you ever seen orcas?
Orca? Yes.
I heard they have those there.
Mhm.
Like the fish with the black and the white.
Black and white, yes.
They're so cool.
Black and
Yes.
white fish.
It's a very big fish. It's more like a whale. You wouldn't really call it a fish.
And it like kills things with its little
So is it
teeth.
scaly or is it like slimy?
Well, it's smooth, but I mean, I don't really pet them. They're a dangerous wild animal.
Oh, so you do not ride those ones then.
You also ride dire wolves.
I'm sure somebody could, but not I.
Awesome.
But yes, you'll have to show me the horse, or maybe I could ride with one of you.
If you can ride a dire wolf, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Amazing. You all walk towards the stables, and Inara, you do see Mr. Mistopheles still waiting for you there. He
Mr.
kind of,
Mistopheles! Oh my goodness. Thank you. Oh my god. You're still here. Oh, I thought they took you away. They did not take you away. Oh, I've been in the craziest place. Something about we have to take the fall. I don't know, but I'm so happy to be seeing you right now.
as you walk up and start petting him and talking to him, he like stares blankly but kind of trots in place at the sight of you. He's clearly happy to see you again.
Everyone, gather. This is Mr. Mistopheles.
It's a beautiful horse.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Mistopheles.
He kind of snorts at the response, like.
He likes you.
I'll like give him a little pat on the side of the neck.
Absolutely. He loves all this attention. In the stable, you see several other
Beautiful
horses. You can see the kind of gates to town nearby, and looking back, you can see several alleys leading back into the market district.
So my friend, they're over at Sprite Blossom Ranch. Maybe we can head over there and see if they got any horses available. and could cut us a deal. Although I just realized it's probably smarter to ask and see what their prices are here before we go.
Just to compare.
Yeah.
I've noticed that some of the pricing here can be odd.
Well, you gotta haggle for it.
What is this
Buy
haggle?
anything at full price, you're a sucker.
We have to haggle for it? Haggle?
It's where you like barter. You know, you talk to someone, you
Barter.
try to get them to bring the price down.
Bring the price down? Okay.
Yeah, like
Haggle.
price isn't a set thing, you know. Like the person decides it, so you're changing their mind to set a lower
To
price.
change the price from what it. Okay, haggle with me. Haggle with me.
Okay.
Okay. Say you're selling this horse here.
All right, I got this beautiful stallion, most gorgeous beast you've ever seen. He's for sale.
That's a pretty good horse.
It's a pretty good horse.
How much?
150 gold.
150 gold. How about 151 gold? Huh? That is a deal you cannot refuse.
All right, so I think that you're kind of you're like competing in an auction, raising the price.
Yeah, and
That's my goal here.
I have the higher price, so I win.
Oh, well, the salesperson just won. You know, whatever. Yeah, sure. I mean, maybe it's best if you see it in action, I guess.
Next time, maybe try saying a lower price.
Yeah, you want the lowest price because you want to save your money. You want your money in your pocket, not in their pocket.
I mean, yes, but this seems dumb.
After briefly haggling with the stable master, he tells you each of his horses are worth 75 gold pieces.
All right, so I say we head on to my friend's ranch, see if they got any horses for sale. Maybe we could cut a deal. Up to y'all. What do you think? I ain't got no 75 gold. I don't know about you guys, but
I certainly
Oh.
do not.
that's you.
Let
But
me check. No, I don't. No, 75. Are you crazy? In this little? No, do not.
In this economy, no.
You're trying to give me 151 for a horse.
I was haggling.
That wasn't haggling, honey.
Upon making your way out of town towards Sprite Blossom Ranch, you notice that the local farms are a little more dilapidated than normal, and the foliage more brown than it should be.
Riley, you're from around here. Does it always look like this? Are the
Uh,
animals always so sick?
No, this is actually pretty abnormal. Although I will say I haven't been here in about a decade.
I wonder what's happening.
I don't know. There's a lot of weird shit going on around here.
Maybe your friend knows or has some idea.
Yeah,
at
they
least.
can ask. Hopefully he recognizes me. And as we walk along, I'll kind of like how I did last time. I'll pick up some of the roadside flowers as we go, and just hold on to them until we get into the woods a little bit.
Absolutely. As you're kind of looking around, the best flowers you can find are practically like weeds. They're
Yeah, whatever has like a
There's
blossom
a
to it, basically.
dandelion
Nothing
over there.
fancy.
yes. It's slim pickings, but you still do in honor. Yeah, you make your way a couple hours out. You stop every now and again to rest, and at one point, a couple of farm animals were near the fencing. You got to pet them for a moment. It's quite scenic and very, very preferred to being in a cell. As you
Yeah.
approach, you see wooded fencing all around the ranch, and there's kind of like a little sign that swings, says Sprite Blossom Ranch. You see a nice farmhouse and several like kind of stables. You see horses kind of grazing. They do look a little bit skinny, but well groomed. You can tell that they're cared for despite whatever's going on in nature at this moment in time. As you approach the ranch, out near the stables, you can see a tall man who, from behind, you can kind of see the same shaggy hair that you remember seeing as a child. Henry Mydarn, though much older now as well, you can still see he used to be one of the like kind of weakling kids that you would pick on a little bit, but you were still in the same friend group. But he's grown into quite a young man. He is brushing one of the horses and hasn't noticed you yet.
I'll call out, "Hey, Henry, that you?
Hello?
Hey.
Like from far away, he sees like 3 figures. He kind of waves over and kind of does like a little jog up. Howdy, y'all. Sorry, I was out with the Riley.
Yeah.
You see, he looks like completely stunned. His face has gone white. Is that really you?
Unfortunately, it is. How you
And
been,
It's gotta
Henry?
be you if you're making jokes. Riley, come here! He runs up and gives you a big old hug. It's like the most warm and affection that you've felt in a while. The hug lasts a little longer than maybe you wanted it to, but then he kind of pushes back. I'm sorry, I never thought I'd see you again. He's completely ignoring the other 2 of you, by the way. He's completely focused on Riley right now.
Inari and
Oh,
Helix.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, hello. My name's Henry, and welcome to Sprite Blossom Ranch. Wow. Where have you been?
It's been quite a story.
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah. So maybe we can talk about it while you show us around your ranch here.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So this is my ranch. I never really was good with animals when I was younger, but
Yeah, I know you got kicked by a horse about 7 times. if I
I
recall.
still got the mark on my back to prove it too. Oh
I
my
bet it was
god.
scratched.
Well, you're gonna make me blush, Riley. But I bought the ranch after, in honor of your family.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I could never stray too far from Silver Tree. It's Oleata Farms now. But let me show you around.
Riley, was this your ranch at one point? Or?
Nah, not this one. Another one down the way.
It's a little further down, yeah. But
Okay.
let me show you around. So over here I got the stables. That's where all my horses are. And were y'all in the market? Is that why you're here? Or did you just come to see
Actually,
me?
Yeah. So, well, a twofer, right? 2 birds with 1 stone. But heard I was talking to Mr. Lancaster in town, and he was
Oh,
saying
yeah.
who I might still, remember around here in the town, and your name came up.
And you just
so
had to
I-
come see little old me, eh?
Absolutely. Had
All right.
to run into Mr. Henry, meat arm dandy.
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, here I am in the flesh. A little taller than I was last time, and dare I say a little
Absolutely.
stronger.
Well,
Uh,
we'll see about that.
Oh my god. Well, Riley, it is very good to see you again. Words cannot express.
Well,
Uh,
and happenstance, we happen to be in the market for some horses too, if the price is right.
well, lovely. And for an old friend, the price will definitely be right. What do y'all need horses
I
for?
agree, Henry.
We're
We're
going-
heading up to the
You ride mostly.
Well,
yeah,
I
headed
suppose
to the
so, eh?
Macari Wilds.
Oh god. I don't really have very strong horses at the time, but I mean,
Wait, why are you making that face? What is wrong with it?
the Macari Wilds. It's just not a lot of people go there, but I
Have
mean,
you
I'm
been?
sure you got business to do out there.
Have you been?
Me? Oh, I would never. I'm too much of a chicken. Riley, you know best. I would never do that.
You
But,
never even think
Always
about
been
going
all
out there?
Hell no.
Really?
Yeah. Why don't you ask the ferryman? He'll tell you many a story. He used to scare us when we were kids all the time about his ghost stories.
Still the same old ferryman up there?
Same old ferryman. It's still old Mr. Gumfrey.
Mr. Gumfrey. Damn, he's still kicking, huh?
He is still kicking. Well, he's much older now, but you know
I
him.
bet. He was ancient when we knew him.
I'm sure. He's probably scary enough so you don't even have to tell the ghost story anymore. You just got to show up. Anyway, Riley, if you got time later, there's actually something I'd like to give you, if that's okay. But anyways, for horses, I could give you.
150 is too much.
Yeah.
Well,
75 is also too much.
Well, y'all are setting the price, I guess.
We let him name the price,
Here-
guys.
Hear me out, y'all. Hear me out.
There might be like a little elbow jab here and there. Like,
Y'all are quite the silly bunch. Now, hear me out. Because it's an old friend, and because my horses aren't as strong as they need to
And
be right now.
because you have 2 new friends here.
Well, sure thing. But yeah, these there's been a little bit of a famine going on right now. I don't know what's going on, but about a month or two ago, everything just stopped growing, and it's super expensive right now to even get hay. But anyways, I'll give you a horse for
What was going on? So that just happened. You said 2 months ago.
about 2 months ago. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I'd probably ask Oleata about it. She's got all the vegetables and all that. I just got animals, so she might know more. I don't know.
Did
Anyway,
anything particular happen around that time? Like any events or a flash in the sky, anything like that?
it was real hot around then. I remember that. Couldn't even go outside. Aside from that, no, it was just like a regular, regular day, regular month, really. Just things just slowly started getting more brown.
From my
There's been
experience,
rainfall, though?
There's been less rainfall. That for sure. And it doesn't help with the heat, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Humidity, though. But anyways, these horses, I'll give them to you 20 gold. How's that sound? I'm
That
practically
sounds
giving them away.
Lovely, Henry. You are speaking my language.
All right. How many you need? 3?
No.
2
2?
would be
Are
nice.
you
Oh, I
kidding?
see your horse back there.
Mister, yeah.
All right.
Are you,
He looks like a great horse. Take care of him.
are you kidding? He takes care of me practically.
And I don't doubt it, sir. I don't doubt it.
Are these horses friendly towards new riders?
Well, certainly. I raise them from birth, and I take good care of them. They're definitely socialized and all that, so they shouldn't give you too much trouble as long as you know what you're doing. Don't disrespect the animal now, or else it's going to disrespect you. But that's just common sense.
What do these animals
Yeah, don't worry,
find to
Helix.
be
I'll teach you something.
disrespectful?
Disrespectful? Well, I don't want to give you any ideas, but don't go spitting in the horse's eye, okay?
Why would I? Of course. Totally fine.
Well, see, if you know that, then I think you're good.
Do not spit in the eye of a gift horse. Like it's always said.
They
Um,
don't spit in their mouths.
He, oh my god, he brings you over like a really smooth white horse, a little skinnier than the average horse, but a white horse with kind of like a blonde mane, and then like a chestnut, who's got kind of like, or more of a painted horse. It's got like a spattering of different like white and brown throughout, and hands them off to Helix and Riley. There y'all go.
Is gonna.
You can have your pick, Helix.
Anari's
I'll
gonna
with
go.
whatever one you don't want her.
I don't know which is better.
They
Which
should
one
be about the
looks
same.
Nicer.
Color's better.
It's just about the color, but what about the personality of the horse?
You can spend some time with them if you'd like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Go
I
ahead.
would like to
I'll go with whatever
commune
one
with
you
the
want.
horses.
Absolutely. Okay, roll animal handling for me.
Okay.
Can I like assist? Can I like help and be like,
Yes.
"Wow, this is way to pet a horse."
Absolutely. You and Henry both like make sure that she knows what she's doing, so you can roll advantage.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Let's go. Okay, yeah.
22 for me.
Because you're used to the wild nature of Wisterim, these horses, although timid at first, you are completely at ease that this is just another beast to respect. You kind of approach and pet its mane, and you can see that the white horse seems a little bit more elegant. She's a little bit more stoic. She's not shaking around. She's a little older. You can see that she would probably be a safer choice if you're a little bit timid. Now the other one is a little bit more feisty. However, still kind of knocks its head into your hand. Very friendly animal, just a little bit younger as well.
I think that I'll go with the tried horse and pick the white one.
All right.
It kind
lovely.
of matches your coloring, so that is cool.
In a way, it does.
If
But I'm
y'all
more
Yeah,
concerned
I'll
with
go with the
her
guild.
personality.
can go ahead and give them a name if you want to.
I don't name horses.
You don't?
Right. Neither do I. Just sometimes people
Why
like to
do
do
you
it.
not name horses? That's like the whole reason to have a horse, to have a
Because
name.
very often, in the places you go, like the Macari Wilds, they don't come back.
You're gonna scare
Well-
my horses, Riley. Don't go saying
you'll
that
be
in
a
front of
sister,
them.
Miss
They'll hear
Buckley.
you.
I'm sorry, Henry.
That's all right. I'm just teasing.
I'll definitely treat him with respect, but
I know you will.
try not to get attached if I don't have to.
In that case, Inori, why don't you name my horse for me? I don't particularly
Perfect.
care.
You will be. I'll get back to you.
Think on it. Let me know when you've got a name.
Oh, I will. It's going to be the greatest name you've ever heard in your entire life. You're going to be like, wow, that's an amazing name.
Well then, I will wait in rapt attention.
Mr. Mercedes, this is a lot of pressure. I didn't know she was going to ask me to name the horse.
Y'all truly are a hoot. If you'll wait right here, Riley, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab something real quick from the house.
Alright, take your time. Henry.
Take a seat.
Fantastic help.
Of course. Y'all need something to drink? You need some water or something like that?
Water, you have?
Yeah. You want some water?
Please.
Absolutely. Just give me one moment, okay? He runs off back to the house. You can see, like, he kind of turns back, like a second glance to look at Riley as he kind of jogs back to the house. He comes back with like a little box as well as like a water skin for you and Ari. He brought extras for you too in case you wanted them as well. Here's the
Drink
water.
water. You've
I'll
been
accept it
not
when
been
you offer.
drinking. Hello.
Enjoy.
Fine.
I hope you feel refreshed. Riley, could you take a walk with me for a second?
Oh yeah, sure.
He kind of like leads you over further down the stable. Now,
Ellie is kind of like visibly awkward at this point, by the way. She's definitely very stiff and like, I guess it's hard to tell when she blushes because she's so like sunburnt, but definitely
Okay.
it's like, that hasn't been like one-on-one with people from her past like at all.
Yeah.
So this is like very uncomfortable for her.
absolutely. And go ahead and make an insight check for me.
Okay.
I'll like lean into Inari and be like, "Do you think there's something happening
Yeah,
there?"
that's a 3.
A 3?
I don't
Okay.
know. She's turning more red than normal. That might be good, might be bad.
As you're kind of like awkwardly walking, you can't even look at him to see like what's going on through his
she's
mind.
Just, like, trying to not like trip on her own feet
Yeah.
right now. Just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, for sure. You do see his hands kind of shaking as he pulls out the box. Riley, this is a little bit embarrassing for me, I'm not gonna lie, but I've been hoping that you were out there somewhere, so I held on to this just in case. I don't know if you remember, but the day that all that stuff happened,
Yeah.
I may have done something I kind of regret, but I was a child, but I'm not gonna make no excuse for myself. But if I recall correctly, it was your birthday, and you had been showing off this fancy new gift your dad gave you all day, and we went out to the lake, and while y'all were swimming, I pocketed it. I decided to take it. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought maybe if I had it, I'd be just as cool as you, I guess. So silly, right? I don't know. Maybe you'd like come and get it from me, I guess. I was hoping. But anyways, later that night I felt real bad. I felt something awful, so I started walking down towards the farm, and
What time?
it was probably about like 8 p.m. I don't know.
Do you see anything?
When I walked up, I saw some. It was so awful. I saw your mother, and she was laying on the ground, and I panicked. I started crying, and I ran. You always knew I was, a bit of a scaredy cat.
Henry, there's nothing you could have done.
I wish I could have told myself that back then. I blamed myself for not being able to protect y'all. That's why I couldn't leave here. I don't know, unfinished business, I guess. I don't know. I ran back home, and I cried, and I prayed, and I hoped that y'all would be safe, but we never heard anything again, and I don't know.
Did you hear anything about what they found the next day?
I just heard that they cleaned up the farm and that y'all had been robbed or something of the sort. They thought maybe bandits or something. That's just what the guard told us.
That's what the guard said?
Yeah.
I mean, bandits.
I believe it.
I mean, you saw bandits don't leave that much blood.
I'm starting to feel a little queasy just thinking about it, Riley.
I'm sorry, Henry. I forget how.
Oh, it's all right. I
if
just
you
got a
are
weak
how I tap
constitution.
on the shoulder.
Anyways, this right here, it's that gift that your daddy gave you. I thought you'd like it. He opens up the box and it reveals a small little dagger, which is bound in the leather that your father, crafted, perfectly tailored for you at the age of, I believe you were, how old? 12, 13?
So she
10.
was also been her 13th birthday.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you were about 13 years old. It's not too big, but as you open it up, it's still just as sharp, and it has the initials carved in, RR. And as you pull it out, you see a little piece of paper sticking out, and you can see a little note.
I'll go ahead and grab it, and I'll just kind of like hold the knife for a second, just look it up and down, and I'll go ahead and grab like the note off, but just take a look at the blade and like flip it and catch it, just like testing the balance. Glad it's still like what I remember it being, and like a little smile like creeps up, and like you can, to the untrained eye, there would have been like no difference, but it was somebody who knew Riley might have noticed like her eyes just getting a little shinier as maybe water started building up a little bit. And then I'll read the note.
Yeah. You kind of spin it in the air, and the sunlight kind of reflects in it. And as you catch it, you feel almost as though you're being hugged by your father. Henry's kind of backed up as you're spinning the blade, but he kind of watches you and smiles. You can see him blush a little bit. As you unfold the note, you see your father's handwriting scrawled on a little piece of paper. It says, "To my little devil, this means you get to go out and hunt with your daddy now. Start tomorrow. It's just you and me in the trees. I love you with my whole heart and more. Happy birthday, hon. Daddy."
This is Panthera, not Riley, but
you
Alright,
scroll.
Riley now might be like doing the little dab and like hide. She probably would turn away from Henry just so out of like just not wanting to show anything, and definitely like stuffs that note in her
Absolutely.
bag.
When you turn around, you feel Henry's hand on your shoulder, and a very
She'll turn and just give a big hug, kind of the same as what he gave.
He hugs you back, and it's deep and long, and something you didn't know you needed. It is at this point that he kind of like releases you a little bit and kind of looks into your eyes and says, "Riley, I don't." And as he starts to speak, you hear a woman's voice from the ranch house. "Henry!" "Oh, that's my girlfriend inside. I should probably go check on her. Riley, you are always welcome here. And I just want you to know that,
Not the gas.
This bitch over here flirting with you.
Low down,
Making
dirty
your
dog.
eyes at you.
Low
Batting his
down,
eyelashes
dirty
like,
dog.
"Hey girl, I saved
Making
your
you-
daddy's gift." Like, how
Making
you been?
red and stuff.
oh my god.
Sorry,
No, okay.
drama.
He kind of, he's still kind of holding your shoulders and kind of pushes you back. He's like, "Riley, I never thought I'd see you again. And what is my life? If you ever need anything, I'm always here. I will always be here for you."
I'm just saying, Henry, if I'm ever back in town, I'll definitely be sure to pop by for a visit. Love to meet that family of yours.
Oh, I don't have no family yet. That's Caroline. She's inside. We've been dating for a couple months. Anyway, I hope you have a safe trip, and I get to see you again. You hear it?
Thank you
"Henry,
again, Henry."
I'm coming. He's kind of bows and walks back over to y'all real quick and is like, "Thank y'all. Please keep Riley safe. I'm sure she don't need it, and she probably won't say, but
There's like a visible eye roll on Riley.
and she won't say, but please watch over her for me."
We'll do our
Yes,
best.
of course.
All right. Y'all be safe. All right.
And thank you for your hospitality and for the horses.
Anytime. Not a problem.
You have amazing names, by the way. Predestinate.
I don't doubt it. All right, y'all. Be safe. He jogs back over to the house. Yeah, and departs.
Riley, your friend looked very happy to see you.
I haven't seen anybody in about 10 years, maybe more.
You've
been a
seen
long time.
nobody in 10 years?
Nobody
Where
from
were you?
here. I
Oh,
wasn't here.
oh, like here. Oh,
Yeah, I haven't been back in the town since
I
my
knew that.
family died. It was a rough experience. All right, have you mounted a horse before, Helix?
No, but I am ready to do it.
All right. Well, the important thing to keep in mind is that the horses are prey animals. They're not
Okay.
predators like your dire wolves, so you have to approach them where they can see you at all times. So keep that in mind, or you're gonna get yourself kicked. And I'll like kind of show her how to mount it up. I'll give like a hand up and everything, and get her up on her horse.
Absolutely.
And I'll just sling up on my horse when she's all ready.
I'm assuming,
These-
Inara, you get on Mr. Mistopheles.
yeah, very showy.
Okay. Yeah.
I like.
We do the full like a Legolas like run at the front
Yeah.
of the horse and sling
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Helix, as you get on top onto the saddle, it takes you a moment where you kind of like want to make sure that the animal isn't uncomfortable, and then you immediately are at ease with that 20 from earlier. You feel just right at home, as if you were riding one of the dire wolves from back home.
Yeah, I mount up and it's very much the wrong way, but somehow I get up there anyway. like I'm doing like the dire wolf mount, but it's a horse.
Yeah, no, see, you don't have the handholds with the dire wolf. Dire wolf, you just grab their fur. So here, you grab on the mane there, and then the other side on the saddle. Yep,
Yep.
and then right leg.
Yeah,
over,
move.
Right,
Yeah,
top,
right leg.
Watch the tail.
Oh, yeah, the tail swings up.
You're practically playing Twister to get on this horse. But once you all are up, you start making your way out into the road. Riley, make a perception check for me.
Ooh.
Just regular or
Yeah, just regular perception.
Okay.
With sight for sight.
7.
7.
She's too busy playing with that new dagger.
Yeah, you're good. You're staring at the dagger as you ride away. Once you've left Sprite Blossom Ranch, where would you like to go?
Are y'all? Did you guys need anything else from town? You want to get some supplies?
I have my
Anything
Mr.
going on?
Mistopheles, and I have. Do I have my viol?
I've got like.
You have your viol, you have your flute, you have everything.
You guys have food, or I guess we can get some.
Oh.
Yes, we could buy some. Oh yeah, let me take off the 20 gold real quick.
Yes,
Oh,
please
yeah.
do that.
Well, we're already out here by these by the farms. I know it's not necessarily directly related to our quest, but your friend did mention that there was another place that we could visit if we wanted to learn more about what's happening to the land here. I'm a bit worried about the animals and the food, because without food, the people of the town cannot eat, and, you know, it could be bad.
I definitely agree, Helix. But I will say my concern is saving our asses first right now.
All
So
right.
up to you if you really wanna. That's fine. I also would like to say maybe we check that out on our way back into town to return the slab.
Did he
I
say
mean-
what happens if we do not turn the slab back to?
He said regrets, lots of regrets.
Yes, in that he would make it a punishment like multitudes worse than the one we were already facing.
I don't know how much is worse than dying in a fucking cage chained like a dog, but
I
Oh no,
could not
there's
say.
worse. Imagine like being like in a volcano, you know, and
Okay.
like
I guess
you're
at least
like
you can
in
see
it,
the sky.
and
Mhm.
and it's like in your lungs, and you're like burning.
The volcano?
Volcano, yes.
Okay.
As you guys are chatting, Riley, you do know that Oleata Farms is about like not 20 to 30 minutes away from here. So
Oh, is it like on the way? If it's on the way,
it's definitely on the way.
Okay.
You actually stopped by there on your way into town.
Okay.
So you're familiar with where it is. Obviously, it is the site of your family's farm. So
oh,
that
it's
makes
that same.
it is the same farm. It may cause you trepidation in
Okay.
that aspect. But
Yeah, so that would add another reason why she's like.
yeah, totally cool. Totally cool. You will pass it on the way in. As you kind of approach it, I'll let you guys make your final decision, or you can head on straight into town.
Oh, this is it, Helix. If you wanna, if you want to go in, I think I'll just kind of stay out here.
Well, it depends. Are you eager to get back?
I'll wait for you.
Okay. Well, it wouldn't hurt just to peek in and ask what they know about when things started going south. I'll just be a
have at it.
moment.
You want to go with her, Nari? I'll be fine out here.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Will you watch Mr.
I know the horses.
Mistopheles?
Yeah, I'll stay here with the horses.
Perfect.
And I'll
Yes.
just stay there. I've got them all, and I'll like be just like running my fingers through their manes and like detangling any like birds
Aw.
that I've gotten along the way.
Absolutely.
Mr. Mistopheles, me first. Got it.
The horse continue. Your best friend stares into the distance. You take that as a absolutely.
Come on, Helix, let's go.
Very well.
All right, you two head into the farm, opening the kind of gate. You see several vegetables that they look fresh, but a little bit, in a hue that's maybe not the most appetizing. You see an older woman with her hair up in braids, and you see a younger girl whose hair is kind of like in a ponytail, and they're both kind of tilling the field. You hear it, Lucy, I need some help. You see them kind of talking to each other. They haven't noticed you yet as you kind of walk over to the garden.
I'll wave. I'll make my presence known. You know, you don't want to just walk up on.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk out.
For sure. As you guys walk up, the younger girl notices you. Oh, hello, mother. We got company. Oh, hello there. My name's Oleata. Well, how can I help you folks? What you doing here? You in the market for some vegetables?
Hello, and Nari Pascal. Pleasure to meet you.
Hello.
Charmed,
So-
sir. Lovely to meet you. This here's my daughter, Lucy. Howdy, y'all. She kind of bows and does a little
Howdy.
curtsy.
Lucy, interesting name.
Well, could I help y'all with something? Are you just sightseeing, or?
We just talked to Henry Midarn.
Oh yeah,
Down the way.
lovely fella. What's going on?
He mentioned that something, a wasting of the land and of the animals has been occurring for the past few months, and I
He
wanted to
did.
know if you knew anything more about it.
Well, I know about as much as the next guy, but I'll tell you what. About a couple months ago, I swear on my life, Lucy kind of goes, here she goes again. I swear, I felt it in my bones. I got a bum knee now. I felt it in my bones. Something was going on, and I think it was something in the forest. I certainly do. I sure do.
I
Something's
did
going on
have a
out there.
dream about the forest, so probably something is going on there.
That's a sign. That is a sign. You hear that, Lucy? She thinks I'm crazy. I think it's some
No,
type
Lucy,
of
it's not
magical
crazy.
mumbo jumbo.
Sometimes you have dreams and they show you like scary things, and it's you have to take
Damn
responsibility and
right.
be like, that is scary. I must go check it out.
Damn right. So I'm saying it was probably some type of magical hootenanny. Some type of, maybe there was like a...
hootenanny.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Did you?
Or it
see
could just be
or-
like, it could just be, a drought, says Lucy. Ain't no drought been like this, honey, okay?
Probably not a drought. No.
I'm just saying, something's off. Something's off.
Something is off.
This feeling that you had, was there anything you saw or heard that made you think it was in the forest? Like, what's...
Well, I felt in my bones, and I know that spooky forest down there, something's going on in there all the time. So where else could it be going on? I don't know. So
That is, yes,
that's
that's
call it a
reasonable.
mother's intuition, all right? That's what I
Okay.
think. That's what
I
I
will
think.
call it a mother's intuition then.
All right. You see Lucy's just shaking her head and starts tilling the land to just try to block out her mother.
Well, we don't want to waste any more of your time. We just wanted to get more information about this
No, yeah.
wasting.
Are y'all investigators? Are you about to judge my crops or something like that? You health inspectors?
No, I'm just
Alright.
concerned with the health of the town.
Well, me too, honey. Ain't gonna be no town if there ain't no vegetables. We gotta eat.
That's what I said.
Absolutely. Well, y'all are always welcome here. Please, if you have any news, let me know. I'm trying to run a business here, and I'm getting older.
If we find out what's causing this in the forest, we'll let you know.
Whew. God's bless you on your journey, all right? And if y'all need anything to eat, you let me know. You see her kind of give you a curtsy, and Lucy's like, y'all be safe, all right? My mother's crazy. Y'all gotta do that. Don't worry. And then she kind of does a little curtsy as well as they both go back to tilling the land.
Should we have asked them for food?
You think they have like hardtack rations, like things you would take into the woods? It seems like they have fresh vegetables, you know?
Well, also their vegetables, they did not look so good, so I didn't want to really ask them.
That's also a part of the issue. Let's just go back to town and return to Riley.
And maybe we can find like some fresher vegetables. I hope all of them in town aren't like this. Could you imagine?
I mean, if they're sourced locally, and then if they're sourced from further away, then you have to think about how they're rotting in the process of bringing them here. So, you know.
All right, you guys head back to Riley and get on your horses as you ride back to town.
Oh, how'd it go?
I don't
I'll
think
stay
that
up for
she...
riding.
Yeah, as you're like
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
to each other again.
Going back to town. I don't think she saw anything, but she said that she has a bad knee and that she felt in her bones that it was something that was in the woods, in the forest. And, you know...
And it was definitely in the woods. I can vouch for her 100% because I had a dream. I keep having the same dream, and it's in the woods, so it has to be there.
You keep having dreams about these woods? What?
Or
can you
like ever
describe
now.
This dream to me?
Can I describe that?
Yes. So as you recall the dream, you recall seeing through somebody.
And by the way, just like Riley gets very grave when you mention like dreams in the woods.
Okay. Ooh.
She gets very stoked.
Absolutely.
Okay.
As you begin to recall the dream you've been having lately, you're seeing through somebody else's eyes as you're kind of roaming through the forest. You're very confused, and you see your hair is long and white, and you look around, and that's where the dream ends.
So yeah, basically that is it. My hair looks super amazing and long, and I'm walking around in the forest, very confused.
Okay, you see like her shoulders like relax a little bit. Like, okay, well, yeah, that doesn't sound like anything I recall.
All right, you guys make it back to town, and now it's probably about like 2 p.m. So you make your way to the town center. Again, immediately you can see the armory. There's definitely like a general supply, kind of in like the little different market stalls as well. There's plenty of things to find and discover, and places to shop.
The first thing Inari does is takes out his viol.
All right, yeah.
And he starts playing a little tune.
Go ahead and roll performance for me with disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Performance.
Yes, Major.
Performance. Disadvantage. It is going to be a 6.
Okay. As you're still kind of like acclimating to the way the strings feel in your hands, you try to channel what you remember Noni doing as you put your fingers on the strings and start just hoping the bow will take you where it needs to go. The sound is a little bit irritating to the ears. You see several people in the market kind of like, oh, what the just like looking over, and you two are immediately like jump scared by the strings.
Inari seems totally at peace. He's not even like, he doesn't even hear.
Lost in the
racket he's
music.
playing. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
just lost.
How long
Riley
have
will
you...
like quickly scurry off a little bit. Go ahead, Alex, if you're gonna. I'm gonna lead somewhere else. So.
Okay. No, I just was gonna ask, how long have you played that instrument?
Oh, probably a year or two, or a year or two.
A year or two? Perhaps you should spend more time practicing.
I know, right?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Riley, what are you doing in this moment?
I'm gonna go to I guess like the armor or the wherever they sell like weapons or whatever, and I just want to buy like 20 more bullets.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, give me one moment. You see a sign for Tuli's Armaments. As you enter, you're greeted with the smell of the forge, that kind of smoky burning smell, as she has an open forge in the middle of her store. You see a woman with her hair back, kind of braided in different ways, kind of off to the side, like the braids kind of laying down on her shoulders. She has like an iron leg on her left side, and you can see she's wearing kind of like a tank top that's kind of like, you know, a little dirtied, and she has many bandages kind of wrapped around her hands. As the windows are open to kind of let out some of that smoke, she kind of clangs down onto a sword. Ting, ting. As you enter, she doesn't notice you right away, but you see several, you know, swords and big suits of armor all on display.
Oh, I will just go ahead and look around for bullets if I see them.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you kind of look through the shelves, it's kind of hard. You have to look for a while until you find kind of like a small, you know, metal kind of ball bearing that you could definitely use as, you know, ammo for your runic pistol. You know that the ammunition for your weapon isn't too common in kind of like less metropolis kind of places, metropolitan areas. So this will have to do for now, you think? At this point, she kind of
extra just in case.
Absolutely. And you're grabbing how many? 20?
I'll get another 20. Yeah.
Okay, that will be 4 silver pieces each. Each.
Oh gosh, how much is gold? How much silver is in a gold piece again?
I think it's 10. But I will double check for you.
And they're 4 silvers each.
How much silver's in a gold?
So,
Beginning of a country song.
How much silver in a
gold?
one gold is 10 silver.
I'm gonna just
You currently have 20.
peace out then. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, well, I hope I got enough.
Okay. As you kind of pick up the ball bearings and look at them, the woman at the forge kind of looks up and she pulls back her kind of black spectacles. Could I help you?
I was just looking for I guess like a little round object that could be used as a projectile.
What kind of projectiles are you looking for? You see the kind of
Something that'll fit
yellow-skinned,
this, and I'll hold
horned.
up
Oh, okay. You see a yellow-skinned, horned tiefling woman. As she kind of wipes some smudge from her brow, she walks over and looks at your pistol. That's fancy, isn't it? Huh? Okay.
Yeah.
I might have something for you. Those ball bearings would work, but I might have something better.
Sure. What's the price?
Well, depends. What are you hunting?
Pretty much anything I come across these days, but what are you looking for? Or you will. What do you got?
What do I have? Well, I can make it for you right here now if you got a day. I'll have it ready by
I ain't
tomorrow.
got a day, unfortunately. What you
It
got?
could be
You
worth
got
your
anything
while.
pre-made?
Pre-made, I got these, but I could make you something to help you out in the woods if that's where you're going. You look like the hunting type.
Yep.
I got a little extra silver hanging around. So if you need something special, you let me know.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
She kind of shuffles back over to the forge. If you need something, shout.
How much would that cost?
For a pack? For someone as cute as you? I'd give you 1 gold for about 10 pieces.
Really? And you said a day?
Mm-hmm.
Done.
All
And
right.
I'll flip a gold onto the counter. See
Okay.
ya in a couple, I guess.
I hope so. She puts her goggles back on and starts tinging away at the forge again.
Riley awkwardly leaves the shop.
Absolutely. You're like, okay.
What's wrong with you? You look like you saw a ghost.
I kind of wish I had. Those I know how to deal with.
All right. Helix.
Attention, not so much.
Absolutely. Helix, in this moment, while Riley's off in that store, what are you doing in this moment?
I could ask Riley, but I also could just kind of wanted to go to the general store or something and maybe ask the shop person, like, what do people get when they go to the woods? What do people need?
absolutely.
in the woods.
Sure. You see a very popular general like market stand, and then the man behind it is very familiar to you. He is the man who charged you 4 gold pieces to bet on a chicken race the day prior. It's it's Meech
It's Meech.
Lancaster.
I remember him.
Yes, you do. You can totally walk up and approach him if you'd like.
Good day.
How are you doing, lass? How could I help you today?
Well, you can help me in a different way than you helped me the last time we met.
I'm afraid I haven't met you before, lass, but I'd be glad to help you.
All right. We're going to the Macari Wilds, and I wanted to know what the people normally take as supplies when they go to such a place. I'm unfamiliar with the territory.
Well, I'd suggest perhaps a coffin. I kid, of course. Perhaps you some hardtack, perhaps some jerky, some nice dried meats. You know, if you
Dry
need,
rations.
yeah, if you need weapons, I'd recommend Thule's armaments over there. But besides that, I've got food and water skins. You need a torch? I got you for that.
Yeah, I don't think I have a torch. I've got a water skin. I'll get some jerky. You got jerky back there?
I surely do. Hold on one moment. Looks like all I have is wolf jerky. Is that all right? Still tastes quite good. It's just a little gamey.
I'm familiar with the taste.
Absolutely. That'll be like 2 copper.
Okay, yeah, I'll flip him 2 copper.
Yeah. If you need anything else, there is right down the way. He sells like pitons and other types of things. If you're going down in somewhere, I only really sell like the basics kind of stuff. But if tinderbox perhaps you need some flint.
A tinderbox. Let me look in my bag.
All right.
Okay, I have a tinderbox. I don't need one of those. That'll be all right. But thank you
Of course.
for the wolf jerky.
Have a lovely day, lass. He gives you a knowing wink. See you later.
I try to do it back.
He's like, all right. Turns his head. He goes back to his work.
I'll return to Inari waiting out for Riley and be like, the people here are not very helpful. All I got was this wolf jerky.
What is that?
It's dry rations for the trip, but I was really...
Oh, you mean like these? And I pulls out his rations.
Yes, like that.
Mine was free when I got them. I don't know. How much did you pay for those?
2 copper, not so bad. The pricing here is very
Strange,
Well-
right?
strange. Yes,
Yes.
weird.
Inari. After waiting and Riley comes out, it is your turn to go and shop. What would you like to do?
Okay.
There are several stalls still open. You see 2 different stores that have a sweet, delicious smell emitting from them. One of them you were in yesterday. And there's the armory, as well as the trading company store. Lots of places to go.
I'm gonna go to the sweet smelling place that I went.
Yesterday? Yeah, absolutely. As you walk in... Yep. All right. As you walk in to Marigold's Potted Pies, you see the place is a little bit empty, and the same woman is behind the counter with several meat pies on display.
Hello again.
Welcome back, dear.
Thank
How could I be helping you?
So we are going on like a journey to the woods.
All right. Did you need something?
Do you have like I don't know, something you could like store or like something for the road I can buy, you know, something
I could put a couple of meat pies into a box
handheld,
for you.
that would be wonderful. Could you do that?
Yes. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. 1 gold piece, dear.
1 gold piece.
It'll be 5 meat pies.
That sounds good. Sounds good.
All right. She kind of goes back and starts scooping out different meat pies of kind of like an assorted and puts them into a picnic basket and hands them back to you. Will that be all, dear?
Yes, I think that will be all I require right now. Thank you again for your service.
Thank you for your repeated business, dear. Oh, heaven's sake, I need it.
What, why? I mean, okay, but...
Well, not too many people like to come in here these days.
Why is that? Oh, because you do not have sweetmeats?
You... If only I knew what that meant, love. But anyway, no. It's, ever since that other meat pie store opened, dear, it's, hard to keep the doors open.
Wait, there's another meat pie store? Where?
Forget I said
Oh.
anything. Well, I'm the only one.
No. I mean, this is where, I've come twice, I obviously like, what do you have here? I don't just
You
go
flatter me,
stray.
dear. You flatter me.
But when did they open up? I mean, are they like stealing your customers or something?
About 2 years ago.
2 years ago they opened up.
Yes.
And you've been losing business since?
Yes.
Oh, what have you been doing?
What do you
Did you,
mean,
like,
dear?
have you,
Service
like-
with a smile is what I've been doing.
Have you tried to, come out with something new? Something that could get people excited about the meat pies? Or
No, I stick with the classics, dear.
But the classics are losing you customers. You could be
No,
doing so
no,
much
no,
better.
no. What's losing me customers, dear, is that witch over there.
Oh, she's a witch.
I think so.
Really? Like, what has she done? Has she, made you fly in the air around the room?
She's
or something?
clearly bewitched her clientele to get them to go over there and change their mind about my delicious pies.
Huh. I did not consider that actually might be happening.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't be surprised
Okay.
if there's a broom in her closet that flies, neither.
Well, isn't that a broom over behind the
Yes,
counter,
what of it?
right? Oh, nothing. Probably nothing. So, what? Can I help you in some way, maybe?
Ooh.
Wait, what is? Oh no! Wait, hold on. He turns around and gets out his cards.
Okay. What a strange boy.
Okay. He turns back around.
Okay.
Are you being your best self right now? I mean, how can do you have a dream right now? What is your dream? Tell me your dream, my child.
My dream, dear, is that Lorcha goes out of business. She's been bothering me ever since we were little. And then she decides to steal my business idea and open up a meat pie store. Well,
Okay.
I say she gets what's coming to her. My dream, my wish, if that's what you're asking, dear,
Yes.
go steal
Yes.
her recipe, and then we'll put her out of business, eh?
I guess that's what you want me to do. Flip
That
through
is
the
what
note
I want you
cards.
to do, dear. It's exactly what I want.
Oh, I wasn't talking to you. But yes, that is what you want me to do.
Oh, well,
Okay, well, I guess my path is clear. I will go under the light of Resaloon, and I will make thine dreams come true unto you, and with her lights of the stars, it will light your new path. And
whatever you say,
Yeah.
dear.
I think that's it. All right, so I'll go get the recipe.
Okay. Let me know. Oh, and don't tell her I sent you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Alright.
Sure.
See you soon.
Perfect.
Inari, you make your way back onto the city streets and meet up with Riley and Helix.
Hey, hello. Your journey was fruitful, I hope.
Well, so I got something So I can just
Tomorrow.
come get it another time. It might be helpful. It's up to y'all if you think we should stay the night one more day in town. What time is it about?
It's probably about like 5 p.m. at this point.
Okay, so it's
we did
getting
go
like
a few hours out.
yeah.
According to Lucy's old woman, she said that it was. She seemed like it was really spooky, this forest. So maybe we do wait.
it's not too bad. I spent quite a bit of time out there.
Oh, so
But-
you've been there?
To the forest, to the way to the lake, yeah. To the Macari Wilds, no, but I don't think we'd be getting that far this evening anyways. I think maybe we could make it to like the ferry.
Oh.
But I don't think we would probably be moving after dark either way.
Okay.
Are you guys comfortable traveling at night, or would you prefer making our way early in the morning?
Night is actually my preferred time to travel. I can see
really?
better.
Wouldn't it be more dangerous to travel in the wilds at night?
But I
Predators
can
do have
see
that.
better.
I mean, I also have dark vision, but it doesn't. Being able to see in the dark doesn't necessarily mean that you won't be attacked by a monster. Still.
I bet I can see farther.
Okay, how far can you see in the dark?
You see that tree over there?
Yes.
Triple that.
All right, as you guys kind of chat to yourselves, the crowd starts to get a little bit calmer as nighttime does proceed. You see Meech Lancaster kind of close up for the night as he kind of heads down an alleyway, as several people do as well. The inn starts to light up with revelry. You hear several people kind of drinking and marrying, and you hear a bard in there playing a song. Yeah, as the sun begins to set, where do you find yourselves going?
Are y'all the drinking types? You want to head to the inn, or what are you into? How do you like to spend your evenings?
Probably like he starts playing video.
If you're going to be playing that, then yes, I need a drink.
All right, to the inn it is.
Awesome. Okay, you guys head into the inn. When you come inside with the viol playing, the man at the kind of door is like, you need to stop that, sir.
Oh,
You
what?
he points his finger over towards the bard, and the bard, as he's playing his lute, is giving you the evil eye.
Oh, is this more of like it's his turn kind of thing?
Sure,
Okay, I'll
sir.
put it down.
Yes.
I'll put it down.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right. You make your way further into the bar. This is your second night staying here. You see a lot of the same folks from yesterday. The same bard playing the same songs. And yeah, you see the same man behind the bar as well.
I'll go up to the bar. What do y'all drink?
Vodka, if they
Oh.
have it.
Vodka.
Oh, vodka probably.
All right, I'll go up and 2 vodkas and whiskey.
Vodka.
Hey, whiskey sounds fun.
I have
It's a cl-
ale, and would you like ale?
It's a
What does
long shot.
vodka look like?
It's like a clear spirit.
Yeah, you got clear liquor.
I do, but it'll hit you on the ass.
2 of those.
I prefer it that way.
Actually, make it 3 and cross out that whiskey.
All right. He turns around and pulls up 3 clear glasses. I've made it myself. Be careful.
That's a
Wait.
moonshine.
I have to sit down first. I do not want to be knocked on the ass.
He goes back to attending other clients. Yeah, everybody.
Alright, and
go
I'll
ahead.
set it down. So, what brought y'all to this little dinky hellhole of a town?
Oh, I dreamed of a fountain.
Well, I couldn't
The
stay where I
fountain
was.
here?
Yeah, the one, outside.
People
It's a
used to
nice
piss in
fountain.
that.
Wait, what?
But you found it. Is that the end of your quest?
Did you not hear me?
I didn't hear you. That's
I
alright.
said people used to piss in that.
Oh.
I did not try that.
is your
You said we're leaving in another day, right? Okay.
Yeah, we'll leave in the morning. At first light. Y'all need a wake up call, or are you pretty good at
First
that?
light. I'll probably be fine.
I'm an early riser. I'll be alright. But
Sounds
Inari, is your quest over now that you've found the fountain?
No, apparently not. Apparently now I have to go get a recipe from another pie shop to give to another pie shop. It's a very
what?
confusing mess, man.
You mean like stealing?
I'm just supposed to get it. I mean, I suppose, maybe.
So you're supposed to take it from one person and give it to another.
Well, she did not say I could not go in there and ask for it.
I guess.
Wait, did she mean that I need to steal it from and then give it to her?
What you just said about taking the recipe from one shop and giving it to another sure sounded like stealing to me.
We'll see. I don't think stealing. I'm pretty sure she'll just give it to me if I ask.
Alright.
You're quite
You have
confident.
Yeah, you got
I am.
experience people just giving you
I
things?
am. You know, we will see.
As you guys chat away, the ominous clear liquid sitting before you kind of stares back at you as you all batten down the hatches. Will all of you make a con save as you chug this battery acid of a beverage?
Absolutely.
Ooh. Save, right?
Yeah, save.
That's the one time I rolled well tonight.
Ah.
22.
Very nice.
It's like what my daddy used to make.
Yay.
21.
This isn't as good as the stuff back
Back in
home,
the
but
hills.
Okay, so
pretty good.
22, 21, and what did you roll, Alex?
Oh, it didn't roll. I thought the 21 was mine. Hold on. It's a 15.
15. Yeah, you're all good. So you all kind of chug it down. Riley, this is much weaker than what you're used to. You used to like, get a little shot of gin before you went to bed to help you sleep. Yeah, you're used to alcohol. And both of you, yeah, both of you, your homelands have much stronger beverages. So you knock it back. It actually has kind of a pleasant sour taste.
Got a little burn to it. It's nice.
Like sour,
bad.
almost.
All right.
Yeah, I wonder if it's one of them fermented drinks. Really like. They
Oh,
rot
do you drink this to
first.
stay warm?
I mean, that's all alcohol, ain't it? We used to call it the beer blanket. Keeps you warm.
Speaking of blankets, you all pay 1 copper, go upstairs, and rest for the evening. And upon the sun rising the next day, you are all ready to undertake your next quest. You meet in the first floor of the inn and get yourselves prepared for your adventure.
Y'all ready?
Big day. To the forest and to a ferry or something.
Yep. We're gonna get on a boat, I guess.
To look for a slab.
All right.
Oh yes, this lap.
Riley, on your way out of town, you head towards the armory to pick up your ammunition. You see the tiefling woman with her goggles kind of on her forehead, putting small little silver petals. You see her putting small little silver pebbles into a bag and kind of tying them with a drawstring. Just in
Alright.
time.
Thank you so much, lady.
Of
And
course.
Riley will like pull out a glove from her bag and put it on her hand as she grabs the bag and like tucks it away in her pack.
Well, safe travels.
Thank you again.
She gives you a wink as she kind of turns around. Her like
Riley like is completely oblivious. Like does not comprehend that she is flirting with her.
yeah, absolutely. Just awkwardly leaving and like.
Yeah, she like tips her hat. Thank you.
Yeah, you make your way out into the town square and meet back with them. And
Minus your charisma, she's completely unaware.
absolutely. You guys make your way towards the ferryman. It's several hours out, but on horseback it goes exceedingly smoothly. You reach a crossroads, the one that you're familiar with. Helix, on your way into town, you stopped by. the crossroads point in several different directions, and you see one pointing towards the lake. Following along down the road, you come upon a small little, kind of a shack, really. You see a dock with several little boats and an old man sitting at the edge of the dock in a chair with a fishing rod.
Hey, Mr. Gumfrey, ready for a boat ride?
Who's there?
It
It's
is
Riley.
Inari and Riley and Helix.
I don't know, yo.
Oh,
We're looking for a boat out to the wilds.
Y'all need a boat? Well, say less. I got you. Where y'all going?
Out
Macquarie
to the
Wilds?
temple in the Macquarie Wilds.
You want to go out there?
Waylon, Michael sent us, said that you know where to go.
I don't know no Walter, but I do got boats to let. I'll
I-
take you out there for 1 copper.
I got it, guys. This one's on me.
are you sure? I have those
Yep,
copper ones.
You
Okay.
can do some haggling later and cover that.
Oh, yes.
You pay him the copper, and he begrudgingly gets into one of his bigger boats and kind of hurriedly along, kind of shuffles y'all in.
Is there room for the horses? Like, do we bring the horses with us?
So
on these
sadly,
scary runs,
you
or no?
cannot bring the horses. You can perch them
Okay.
at the place, though.
All right.
What do you mean I cannot bring Mr. Mustaphalis?
Probably don't want to bring.
I can't fit no horse on my boat.
We'll get a
Horses
bigger
aren't meant
boat.
to be on water. It tends to scare him. So he'll probably be a lot happier here with Mr. Gumfrey.
That and I ain't getting no hold in my boat.
Ah, okay, Mr. Comfrey. All right,
Will
Mr.
you-
Mustaphalis, you're in charge. You keep
Will
these
you-
other horses in mind.
Yes. Mr. Gumfrey, will you look after the horses? Or keep an eye
Well,
on them?
sure. I love company.
Oh, then that's
Mr. Mustaphalis. Number 1.
Again, he stares off and kind of shakes his head. You all get onto the
My
boat.
best friend.
Yes. And he kind of starts paddling y'all out. Now, y'all sure you want to go out there? You know there's monsters waiting in them woods.
Oh, what kind?
All kinds. One of them took my eye. He peels up his eye patch and reveals like a glass eye. It looks
Ooh.
just like his other eye though, so you can't really tell, but there is a scratch.
Oh,
See?
I
Got
see.
me good.
I
Oh.
think we'll be just fine, sir. And I'll like how he kind of like lined his scar. I'll just like go across like 3 of the ones on my face.
He completely is oblivious to it. Now, I don't know if y'all know many stories, but once when I was... You're starting to get flashbacks to your childhood of listening to this man drone on.
Riley will pick up a paddle and start helping paddle so this goes by as quickly as possible.
As you're kind of in the middle of the lake at this point. My best friend growing up, Victor, he done went out into the woods and I never seen him again. If
What
only
happened
I'd
to
went
Victor?
with him. I'm telling you, boy.
Oh, sorry. Continue.
If only I had went with him that night. He said he found something scary.
Why
out
didn't you
there.
go with him
Stop
that night?
talking, boy. Listen to your
Sorry.
elders.
I'm sorry.
And I told him, wait, Victor, you can't go. And it's at this point you reach to the other side. And I said, one day I'll get my revenge. It was probably a 30-minute ride, but that story felt like it went on for at least 2 hours.
Thank you kindly, Mr. Gumfrey. Is there a way we can signal back to you to make our way back
Sure.
across the lake
Light
to
a
get
torch
here?
on the other side, and I'll make my way over for 1 copper now.
Yep, of course, mister.
All right, y'all be safe. I'm never seeing them
Alright.
again.
Thank you. I know my comment is not that amazing, but I'm pretty sure he was not making sense.
Yeah, he's a little crazy in his old age, but I think we're good.
Long-winded.
You see, as he's paddling
That's a
off,
good word.
it's almost like he's still talking to you. Like he's just talking to somebody in the boat. as he paddles away. Another thing. Paddles away.
Talking to the fish now.
As you turn around, you are greeted by the misty woods. As you look deep past all the trees, you see nothing but pure darkness. Even in this bright, it's probably like 11 a.m. at this point, it's still very dark inside. And you feel a sense of dread.
Are we sure that these are the right woods that we are going to? Maybe there's like some ones with like maybe more inviting trees.
No, these are
A
definitely it.
couple of okay. These ones.
You see, these types of jobs, there's a reason why they can't find anybody to actually do them. It's because nobody will take the money,
But why is the reason that they imprison people to do it?
so that they have to do it.
So this one is probably really bad then.
Exactly.
That was my suspicion.
Got it.
Alright.
We got directions to the temple, right? From
Yes.
Say which direction to go.
Once it gets to the woods, it's a little more dicey and loose, but you are able to kind of follow the general directions. It's like the certain rock, certain tree, and you kind of make your way through. I'm going to go ahead and have you guys roll like a group survival check to make sure that you can kind of like make it through.
Made it through the wilderness.
So,
Exactly.
I don't know if you were here, Envy, when we were talking during the break, but I have the Wanderer passive ability
I heard you.
as part of my background. Okay, so I have an excellent map for, or an excellent memory for maps and geography, and I can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around me. So I don't know if that affects this at all.
I imagine that would be if you had been there before, yes?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So like on the way back, maybe.
On the way back, for sure, you would get like advantage or whatever it says.
It's survival checks.
Yes.
Natural 20!
Oh my goodness.
Very nice.
And a 23.
Ooh.
I'm not used to the woods.
What did you roll, Helix?
I rolled a 9.
Okay. All right, so a 9, a 23, and a 20. You guys definitely... Helix is kind of trailing behind, kind of getting tripped over some brambles every now and again.
Watch out for that.
You told me after I tripped.
Well, how would I have known before you tripped?
Ugh.
Callie just shakes her head and keeps moving away.
Yes, Riley kind of like gun out, kind of pushing through the brambles and the
Yeah,
and
I'll
the
like
different branches.
try to break some pieces if I have to try to make it a little easier for Helen.
Absolutely, yeah.
So cool.
You guys kind of come across the half-covered moss rock that is on the list. It's almost like a scavenger hunt of finding where to go through these woods. Every now and again, you feel as though you're being watched. An owl will kind of flutter through past and kind of give you a fright for a moment. You'll hear the growling of something in the distance. As you soon make your way to kind of a densely wooded area, more so than the rest, that has a little bit of an opening that's kind of covered with the branches of trees. Riley, you easily cut those away with your claws. And as you enter the clearing, not only do you see several stone columns that have kind of fallen away in ruins, litter the ground, you see a large and foreboding and forgot temple ominously looking back at you. A little bit of sunlight kind of peeking through and illuminating the ground in front of it. You imagine that this temple is well over centuries old at this point. It looks like no soul has stepped foot here in a long time. Upon looking at this clearing, how are you feeling?
Well, I mean, I'm looking for slabs. Because, you know, this forest makes me nervous, and I'm trying to do our job and get out.
Yeah,
If you
absolutely.
try to approach, Riley kind of will stick out her arm, and she just kind of wants to look around the perimeter and look for any, like, tracks or anything that might show us that there's people or something inhabiting this area.
Sure.
Just like, let's wait a second before we walk in there.
Yeah, go ahead and make
Alright.
investigation check for me.
10.
A 10. You look around, you can see like paw prints and other things of like smaller animals, nothing like big prey. And any human footprints that might have been here must have long washed away from the wind. It looks like nobody's walked in here in several years.
Alright, looks pretty clear. We can probably move on in, just Stay alert. I don't trust places like this.
Yes, I also get the weird energy from this place.
All right. All three of you slowly walk up the steps into the temple. The temple itself is, because it's very old and dilapidated, it's kind of like off kilter to the side a little bit. And as you walk up onto kind of the entrance area, you can see that it leads lower down under the ground.
Yeah, I
What-
hate that.
Walking inside, there's no door anymore. You can see an old stone door that's fallen off and kind of crumbled to bits. Walking inside, you see several kind of like murals, which have been etched and painted into the walls itself. It's kind of hard to make out what they are as the paint has gone very old and chipped away. But the stairs lead you down further. It is very dark in here. Obviously, with your very keen eyes, Inari and Helix, you can see just fine. Riley, I imagine you take out a torch.
Yeah, Riley will light up the torch.
For sure. Okay. You slowly make your way down the steps. It seems like quite some time before you finally make it onto the main floor of the ruins. You see a long, sprawling hallway in front of you. Several torch holders are on the side of the walls. It looks like they haven't been lit in quite some time. You see rats kind of scurry around. And you also see several corpses. All fully decomposed skeletons wearing various assortments of armor. Some of them seem to have arrows pierced through their body. And they're all kind of in different positions.
Were they arrowed in the back?
Yeah, you can definitely see some of them have arrows in the back, some of them have arrows in the head, in the side.
Does it look like they were like ambushed? Like, are they strewn about the room? Does this look like it was like a last stand kind of thing?
For that, I'm gonna have you roll. I guess that would be investigation.
Oh no, nothing breaks the news.
With that great intelligence score.
Ooh, the minus.
A 7?
Plus -2.
With a 7, you think that anything could have happened to these people. These skeletons look very dead. And watch out for arrows.
Yeah. Can I take a look at a body that doesn't like have arrows in it and maybe see like how that person died? Like to see if it
Um,
something like that.
Yeah. Almost all of the ones in this hallway have arrows in
Okay. Oh yeah, then watch out for arrows.
them.
Any of y'all use arrows, and Riley's just like grabbing the arrows, like stuffing them in her bag.
Lovely. You collect 10 arrows, 10 iron arrows.
No. But let me know if you find darts. Did we know whose temple this is? Like, who is this built for?
So you
If
can
not,
have.
Can I look around?
Yeah. You do not know. So you can look at the faded kind of murals, and you can roll religion with disadvantage.
Oh, nice.
So old. So ancient.
So old.
It's so ancient. Ooh, that's gonna be a 4 for me.
A 4. Judging by some of the looks, you see a lot of red being used. So you think perhaps Phethelus the fire dragon.
Do you tell us that?
God of volcanoes and flames and all that.
Yeah, Anara is looking up at like all of the red, and he's like clearly not knowing what he's talking about. Just definitely Phethelus. Probably the fire dragon. Definitely has to be.
Then maybe you were right about the volcano.
I'm typically right about these things.
Wonderful. What do you guys do? You're standing at the entrance of this hallway.
Yeah.
So should we go downstairs or?
But first, can I look for, I don't know, a pressure trap that has arrows or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't know how to work it in.
Do you have like a trap disarming kit? Would you like to just kind of like feel around?
Yeah, I'm doing like what a normal person who sees a bunch of arrows, is like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're
I'll start
clearly so stuck.
pressing
You can
buttons.
totally roll investigation. Oh, you're pressing them? Okay, yeah, roll with disadvantage, please.
Okay, great.
Girl!
Investigation, disadvantage. All right. Could be better. I got a 3.
Okay, as you get down on your hands and knees and you start kind of feeling around for something, you look at where the bodies are and you're like, they kind of like seem to mostly be here. And as you're kind of crawling, your hand sinks on one of the stone plates, and suddenly you hear the clinking of machinery behind the walls as suddenly the stone drops in the middle and several kind of like ballistas appear, little holes start to shoot out many arrows.
Hit the deck.
Because you are on your hands and knees, you are completely fine. But Inari and Riley, please make a deck save.
Oh, great.
Hit the what now? Attack save.
Yes.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Normal.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
I save us.
A 7. Okay, yeah. Riley, you do like a barrel roll, kind of like a cartwheel. Not a cartwheel, but like a somersault. That's what it is.
Like literally what McCree does in Overwatch.
Sure. You like completely tuck and roll and kind of lay flat on the ground. As Inari, you're kind of like, what? And as you go down, you get struck by one arrow in the side, and I'm gonna have you take 3 piercing damage as you kind of fall to the ground as well, until the arrows stop once Helix removes her hand.
Oh.
What the freaking heck was that?
Let's look before we touch.
Who freaking shot me with a freaking arrow?
Now we know not to touch there. Also, Inari, let me look at your wound.
I think you've done enough of this wound.
Alright.
While Helix is looking at Inari's wound, I'll go over to where Helix did touch, and I do have thieves tools, so I'll try to disarm. that
Hell
wound.
yeah. Go ahead and
You just
so
let me
yeah?
feel around on the ground like this.
You did it so quick! Like, you're just like, whoop.
go ahead and roll on your thieves tools.
Um,
Say a DC 10.
Okay, I was joking. Can you please do something? If you have it, please.
A 7?
yeah.
Okay. As you go over to them and start tinkering, you kind of click the wrong thing,
Oh,
and
shit.
the arrows start to fire again. So as
Oh,
Helix and
no,
Inari
man.
are tending the wounds, I'm gonna have both Helix and Inari make a deck save.
Oh no, wait, are they in the space? I thought they had backed up. Like,
No, we're still
oh
here.
shit. Sorry, guys.
Okay, normal.
Not this time. A 17.
Rolled an 11 for me.
17 and 11. You both, with the familiar sound, you both drop to the ground immediately and are both completely unscathed.
So you were trying to get me too?
No, I thought y'all had backed off. I wasn't paying attention. That's my bad.
Was
It
this
seems
payback?
like something that you need to be paying attention. Why are you both not paying attention?
Y'all had backed off. I was looking down. My ADHD hyperfocus.
You
kicked
see
in,
me
I'm sorry.
shooting you with arrows?
Yes.
All right, let's just not step on that one. Do I see?
Oh,
are there
we're
any
just
other
not going to
plates-
step on it now, huh?
Are there any other plates that like it don't that look the same? Like, can I recognize like a pattern on the floor or anything?
Okay. This is another investigation check for me.
Alright.
Yep.
I'm just looking. I'm not getting close.
Yeah,
to
sure.
touching.
You're using your eyes.
Yeah, my balls.
Oh, can I give you guidance?
Yes, sure. Before she rolls.
Definitely need something,
How do
my
I
child.
add guidance?
Let resolute light make you smarter than to shoot me with arrows.
So do I add it 1d4? Is that the situational
Yes.
bonus?
Mhm. You'll add 1d4.
Oh.
Oh, nat one.
Oh,
Okay.
looks clear. Looks good.
Yeah, you look at the you look at the hallway. All of the stones pretty much seem the same.
They all look the same.
Yeah.
Well, step lightly, I guess.
I'll just do that then.
All
I'm
right.
a very
We
large
throw a body,
dragon.
maybe.
As you guys walk down this hallway, I'm gonna have you all just roll stealth.
Okay.
Are we stealthing from the pressure?
Yes, you're stealthing from the pressure plate. Yes.
Step in lightly. 13.
Maybe we'll get somewhere now.
14 from me.
Oh,
Oh, look
Oh.
at you.
20.
All
Not now. Or not, yeah.
All right.
Just 20.
Because Riley was inept at finding out where the stones were, I'm going to say a few times the arrows start to fire again. Anari, you, like clockwork, are really quickly at dropping down to the ground every single time. Helix and Riley, please make one more dex save for me as you guys exit the hallway.
No problem.
Can I would have went first. Can I be like,
Oh,
hey, watch out for that one.
you.
Watch
I
out
would've-
for that one.
I would have said yes, but they have already rolled. What were they?
I got a
rolled 20
6.
A
I
6?
rolled a 22.
Okay, you are fine, Helix. With a 6, you're going to take. Let me go ahead. That'll be 2 piercing damage.
Fuck.
Yes. You kind
Hurts,
of
right?
get an arrow
Got me in the
grazes you.
butthole.
Yeah. All right. You guys have exited this trapped hallway and are greeted by a large antechamber. And here the murals are a little bit more intact. Still several skeletons. These ones are in different clothing. They're all wearing robes. And at the center of this antechamber is this kind of pedestal. And in the center of the pedestal, there is like a mosaic piece in the center. It's kind of separate from the rest of the pedestal, and it kind of looks like the shape of a moon.
A move.
Mm-hmm. It's dark in here, just like all the other rooms, and musty, and you can see several cobwebs kind of litter the place.
With my experience in chapels, do I recognize what this room is?
Sure. Go ahead and probably not though. So you can definitely tell that this place is different from the temple that you come from. It's
Yeah.
not like any temple you've seen before. It's definitely not like the ones that they have in Portiz. This is like clearly trapped for some reason. Like there's lots of booby traps. You think that they were protecting something.
All this trouble setting up all these traps. Are we sure we want to give this thing to this person?
Well, we don't have much of a choice in that matter.
Exactly.
I mean, we could always just not give it to him.
And then we run the risk of him hunting us down or
Oh, and then
making
he'd
us
get it anyways.
wanted criminals and
I also don't know if I want to never be able to go back to my hometown again.
Oh, true. That's...
and I'd
Oh yeah, and
rather-
I have that thing at that pie shop. So
You guys
Um,
chit chat amongst the dark littered room.
Is that the stone slab that they were talking about, that moon thing? That's making me nervous.
It's definitely not a slab. It seems to be like literally indented into this pedestal.
like a tile
Like a
mosaic.
butt-
It's like a tile,
Push.
kind of like a button, kind of like a button.
Oh shit! I want to push it.
Well, that is our
But
feeling.
Riley doesn't want to push it. Pantera wants to push it.
Yeah. These skeletons that are here? Can I look at them closer?
Yeah, sure,
See like how they died.
sure. Make a medicine check.
Okay. I will do that.
Nat
Okay, so
20.
that's nat 2022.
Helix, with your 22, nat 22, you look around and see that these skeletons didn't seem to die by any martial means. You think perhaps it was something magical, and it doesn't look like they're, from what you know of anatomy and like you're very familiar with like taking care of the dead and whatnot, because in Wisterim it's very common for the home to take care of the deceased. So you're quite used to seeing dead. With these dead bodies, it looks like they were at peace when they died. They're not in any positions of agony.
But it seemed maybe it was magical.
Yes.
Okay.
Are the bodies like around the pedestal? Like, do they look like they were heading towards it or anything? Like, is
They're-
there a pattern to the bodies?
Most of them are just kind of resting against the walls, kind of like in a seated position, kind of like, just as if they had sat down and gently passed away.
All right, so I'm seeing a button in the middle of the room. I'm pretty sure we all made it there, right? We all see a button in the middle of the room.
There's definitely something raised up on that pedestal.
Should we go touch it or put something on it or like maybe? Because I want to see what the button does, to be honest. But I do not want to get shot by arrows.
Well,
Yeah, if
last
you're gonna
time-
do that, I'm gonna stand way back here.
the last time worked out well for us. At least we learned what the trap was. So I'll go up and I'll press it with my hands, but I won't stand on it.
Okay.
Riley is like back in the door, like ready to move in either direction, I guess. Like
Absolutely. So Riley, you're kind of backing up towards the door. As Helix, you go up to the pedestal and push down the button. As you do, the door behind you, Riley, shuts as you kind of hit it on your way backwards. And once it shuts, you hear again a whirring, but this time something arcane. As the mural begins to slowly glow, a red luminescence kind of from the back door kind of goes around the room. On the wall itself glowing to the front door. Then suddenly you see in the mural the different paintings begin to glow, starting with the Roman numeral for the number 10. It is at this point I'm going to switch us to turn-based mode. It's not combat, but I want you to roll initiative.
ah! Alex,
Ooh.
what did you do?
You told me to press the button.
No, that was
Say
I
that.
told you to press the button.
It's not combat, but I am putting you in combat.
Yes.
It's not combat, but prepare to die.
Things are getting dicey. Poison's peeping in or something's happening.
Did I roll?
Yes, you
Did it
did.
work?
Yes, it did.
Cool.
So you can all go ahead and roll initiative.
Alright.
Okay. So, are there numbers all around the room?
Yes. So now, after the glowing, you can see the numbers. The only one illuminated right now is the number 10. All right. So Helix, because you rolled a 17 for your initiative, I would like you to take a brief few seconds to do whatever you would like in this moment. As the number begins to glow, you feel a humming presence in the air, kind of like a magical kind of whirring sound fills the room.
Oh, goodness. I'm on the ground with my hands on this plate. I don't really...
The plate is, so it's a raised pedestal, and it's kind of like at waist length that you push the button.
Okay. Gotcha. Alright. I don't know. I guess I want to try to figure out more about what's happening. Like, what got triggered.
Sure. What would you like to do? What does that look like for you?
I don't know. I'm looking at the magical effects or underneath the pedestal. I don't know. I'm just kind of like looking around for anything that's like obviously changed.
Yeah, absolutely. Just make a general perception check, DC 12.
Okay. Easy like Sunday morning. I rolled a 14.
14, very nice. After pushing the button, you did feel like it started to vibrate the room, and the magical kind of essence literally kind of just came from nowhere. There's no mechanical anything that you sense. This is definitely some type of enchanted situation. I'm gonna go to Riley. Riley, after you rolled a 16, it is your turn to do whatever you would like. You're pressed against the back door.
I'm looking for a way out. This does not sound good. I'm like, I want to get the fuck out of this room.
Absolutely.
Do I see any escapes, windows, even if I could climb up somewhere? Like, I'm looking for an escape, a way to
Sure.
get out of this place.
You are feeling around the walls and looking everywhere you can. You hate being trapped. You see the back door and the front door, and both are sealed tight.
Okay, so the door that was, I guess, to keep going is also sealed.
It is also sealed.
Okay.
Both doors are sealed, and the only thing in here are skeletons and cobwebs.
Do I know how the doors close? Was I able to see? Is it just like flat rock or?
It is a
something
flat
like-
rock that went down.
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
Oh.
No, there's no way out.
I'm going to move to Inari.
Okay. The murals are. Oh, are they? They're not glass, are they? They're like written.
It's like paint.
It's paint. Ooh.
Like some sort of like ancient pigment that was like painted on the walls.
Inari is gonna take out his chopper and throw it at it.
Yeah, go ahead, make an attack roll.
Okay. Just like as a. Sorry, here we go. Oh, there we are. Oh,
Ooh,
a
that was so sad.
A
6.
6. Because it is literally just a wall, I'm gonna say that hits. You throw your chakram at it. The arcane on the arcane magic on the number 10 just kind of fizzes a little bit as you hit it, but nothing changes. After that, you see it flicker out, and then across the room, the Roman numeral of 9 lights up.
Is this a countdown?
We're at 9. We've wasted a second. What do we do?
Helix,
I
would you
pressed
like
the
to
button
do anything?
again.
When you press the button again, the number 9 goes out, and the number 10 pops up again.
Time extender or resetting the incantation?
That is
Or
the end of
did
your
you
turn.
double hex us?
Riley, go right ahead.
Okay, now I'm looking for like some sort of like a lever, another button, like something. I'm looking for like something to turn this thing on.
Yeah, make an investigation check for me.
Oh, I mean to myself, a 10.
A 10. In your panic state, you kind of like get to your knees and start kind of feeling desperately for anything. The
Don't
weight of
see
this
anything?
the weight of this closed room starts to kind of weigh on you. You do not find anything. Would you like to do anything? You don't have to.
What's directly above the moon sigil button?
Directly above it is a stone ceiling.
Just normal stone ceiling. And
Indeed.
there's no seams or anything.
You do see more of the mural up there for sure, but like that's pretty much it.
Does the mural seem to be telling like a story or like? Is it
Yeah, make a
piece
history.
of artwork.
Make a history check for me if you'd like.
History. Wow, no, that's int. It's gonna be a 7.
7.
or a 9.
Looking around, it could really be anything. The pieces don't seem to add up. You see, like pictures of landscapes. You definitely see a lot of moon imagery here. You see some type of like hand. You're very confused. These are almost like hieroglyphics, to be honest.
What would a fire dragon want with a moon?
At this point, the 10 flickers out again, and it goes back to 9.
We have a little bit of time. I will go start looking at the bodies, see if there's something on them.
Sure. You can use the same medicine check from earlier, or would you like to like ruffle through their pockets?
Yeah, I'm like trying to see if they have anything. Like, do they have a button, a key, a get out of jail free card? I don't know.
Yeah, you definitely rifle through their pockets. Make another investigation for me. A lot of investigation checks in here, but
Yeah, we're trying to investigate our way out of death.
a
Ooh, a 19.
19. You find a couple silver coins, as well as
I guess.
in one of the pockets you find kind of like it looks like a wand. Basically, you find a short wand.
Okay. Do I have any idea of like? I guess I wouldn't know what it does. Maybe I'll show it to Inari, because I know you know magic.
I will let
I
you do that on your
definitely-
next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Riley, go ahead.
Do I see Helix pull out the wand?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that it's a lever to go into something. So I'm still looking for like a slot, I guess, now to put this like wand or rod into.
Okay, so you take the wand from Helix and you
I
start.
just saw it, I guess, or I don't have to take
Oh, you
it,
just thought of it.
I'm looking for a slot for it to go
Sure.
on the wall.
You look around and just start like eyeing the room down. At first, you don't really see anything though. You think maybe to wedge it in the centerpiece, but that's all that comes to mind. Inari.
Look at this. What does it do?
A stick? I don't know. Can
Don't
I
you know
like
magic?
not that kind of magic? Yeah, I don't even have detect magic.
Yeah.
I can do it tomorrow. I don't think that helps.
Do do something in 10 seconds.
I'm going to throw my chakram again at the 9.
Okay, yeah. Make another attack roll. Totally. With advantage, it's just a stoic object.
No, thank goodness. It's really worried about that. Okay, I think with advantage. Well, or you get 12.
A 12, yeah, totally still hits. The chakram kind of ting off the stone wall. And at this point, the 9 fades away, and a Roman numeral 8 right above the front door appears.
Push it again. Push it again.
I think let's wait to push it. Let's wait just in case. We got 8 more before it goes down. Let's push it at like 4.
Yeah.
All right, we will push it at exactly 4.
All right.
We
I'm-
need magic. We think this thing's magic. We need magic.
If when it's over the door, does it do anything to the door?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna point the wand at it and try to use it.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to say, as you point the wand over at the door, you feel healing magic begin to spill out towards the door, healing seemingly nothing. And now I'm going to have you roll 1d20.
Okay. No problem.
The healing magic, though, does heal all of you to max health.
Oh, thank
Oh.
goodness.
Oh.
I told you I was a doctor.
Oh.
I rolled a 17.
17. Yeah, the wand stays intact.
Oh.
By any chance, are you an engineer too? How do we get the door open?
Riley,
No.
are you doing anything? Are you waiting for it to get to the number 4?
I guess like Are we trying magic stuff? Do we need magic? Is that what y'all want? Or like what? Any ideas?
I don't
No
know.
ideas for me. If you have any ideas, I am more than happy to hear them.
I
I'm
guess
gonna-
like
I'm going to
Oh,
say,
go
as you
ahead.
guys are chatting and thinking about what to do, 2 turns go by. And the 8 goes down to a 7 and then to a 6. It is now at 5.
okay, I'll like grab my nails and dig them into my arm and.
What
draw
are you
blood.
doing?
This is my magic. I don't know what else to do, and I'll rub the wand against it, I guess, and
Ru-
like. Can
Okay.
I like do my hemacraft?
You're going to
like
rub
that?
the wand against your
I'm
blood?
trying to like infuse my magic into the wand, I guess. I'm trying to. I
Okay.
don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
sure, creative. Roll Arcana for me
Magic thing?
to see if something happens. Say DC 20
What am I rolling?
Arcana.
Oh God. Great.
We're really throwing
I'm like
everything in the
magic
kitchen
things?
sink.
I don't know.
Oh,
that's
no.
nice.
Yeah, you start
Yeah.
rubbing the wood into your wound, and all you get are splinters.
Yeah, did that work? Didn't think so.
No, I like throw the wand at an Ari.
Oh my god. You throw the wand.
Like it's your turn. Try some.
Inari, go ahead. Would you like to do anything?
Sure, yeah, no, I'm gonna do something. What I'm gonna do. Should we just like wait for it to go down? We won't know until we just wait. Should we
There's a
just
bunch
let
of
it
dead
go down?
bodies in this room.
What if the
Oh,
wand
that is true.
kills us? We could die. Everyone
why
in this
we-
place is dead.
We have this wand. Hello, they did. Oh, they had it too, though.
Yes.
Oh no.
Okay. Okay, wait. No, are you gonna do your thing, Inari?
I'm gonna throw my sock.
Okay, yeah. You don't even need to make an attack roll. It ting hits the 5, and as it does,
Catch it.
4 lights up.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Before you do anything, Helix, I'm gonna have you roll. Go ahead and roll insight for me. Why not? Sure, that's all I can think of in this moment.
Inciting the deadly.
Sure.
Is it telling the truth?
What are you thinking?
I believe
Nice.
him.
Slander.
Could be worse. It's a 12.
That's 12. You look at the skeletons and their clothing, and you do notice that their robes match the color of the mural, leading you to assume perhaps they, worshipped here. Perhaps they are not intruders. Like they were here.
I don't know what to do with this. Oh.
So maybe we just let it go because they wouldn't build it for like intruders, you know. Maybe we just
Did you-
let it go.
Like, pass off that information to us, I guess.
Okay,
so-
yeah. Well, obviously
Oh,
these
yeah.
people, they died here, but they were supposed to be here, and they died peacefully. So maybe this thing isn't a bad room.
Isn't
Maybe-
the death ain't never a good thing?
No.
Is there any like connection? I guess do I notice like any patterns between the people on the ground and the people on the wall? Like, are there people in different areas where there's people on the wall? Like, does it match up at all? Like how they were in the room and how the images are on the wall?
You can tell from the many, many years they've been here, these skeletons have probably shifted over time, but they're not in any arranged order that you can notice.
So it's not like two in front of the two on the
No,
wall.
yeah, no, they're not arranged. Yeah, no. Just quietly sitting there in eternal sleep. Inari, would you like to hit the number?
Yes.
You throw your chakram at the 4, and it becomes a 3.
Bad day.
Okay, stand back. I'm gonna try to use my ice breath on the door.
Okay.
And I will use my chakram. when
Also,
it's my turn.
help me weaken these stone slabs.
Sure. Yeah, you can roll. You don't need to roll attack. It will hit, but you can roll damage.
Stability. Damage. Normal. I rolled snake eyes.
Snake eyes. Ooh. Yeah, as you kind of charge back your ice breath, would you like to kind of describe what? Perfect. You blast out ice out of your mouth as your neck elongates, and in typical dragon fashion, the ice beams forth at the door. The ice kind of cascades up in a kind
Inari
of
is
freezing.
gonna say, Norgrim? As he like falls back.
Norgrim, as we all know, is the god of ice, the brother to Phethelus, the fire god. Ice crystals kind of forming at the door, seemingly blocking your way even further. They quickly
Oh,
begin to
God.
melt. Nothing lasts very long, and now it's quite wet over there.
Ugh.
All right.
Maybe it does not like moisture.
Wait, this is the fire god, right? Do I see anything in the room that could be like little fire, like any braziers or torches or anything?
There are definitely places for torches in here.
I'll go around and start putting my torch and lighting up all the torches.
Yeah.
in the room.
Foom, foom, foom. The different torches kind of light and now cast kind of an illumination on the room, aside from the red kind of glowing mystical numbers. And all it does is really provide a little bit more comfort with the light. Nothing really
As we
changes.
die.
Ryder like angrily throws her torch on the ground and then quickly like grabs it back up. Later.
Oh yeah, god dang it! Inari, anything you would like to do?
I'm going to grip my holy symbol.
Okay.
And it would be like,
Oh, Razaloon, I know we have not talked in a while, but what do we do here? I really don't know. It's not in the cards. I'm not quite sure what it is we're supposed to be doing here.
and while I'm doing that, I'm throw another shot.
Awesome. Ching! Hits off the wall.
These damn
Yeah, I know, right? It is
phone.
now a it is
Here.
now a glowing number 2 as the weight of this countdown begins to fill you
It
with
didn't work.
anxiety. I'm gonna say you all are just starting to panic at this moment as 2 turns to 1, and when 1 disappears, the doors begin to open.
Is this the switch to open the doors? No, because it closed the doors. What the hell is this about?
Maybe this was to fortify them.
Riley
against
just like angrily
intruders?
kicks the skull off of a skeleton.
It goes flying and shatters. The jaw kind of falls off.
I can
Yeah,
only
me
imagine
too.
He's
That
gonna
if
do
somebody was trying to get in here, they could press this and it would keep them safe. But why was it so creepy? Like, damn!
Why is it only 10 seconds if it's to keep them safe?
Well, they could just stay in here and sit on it.
Yes.
Why couldn't they just do one that closes the other door, and then they could have the whole rest of the temple, maybe like an alternative exit? Like, why they gotta
Maybe-
sit in here and starve to death?
A siege from both sides? Who knows? They're ancient and they're dead.
Wait. Anari's gonna. Is there like an opening outside anywhere?
Outside? No, just the
Yeah.
way you came in and the way forward.
And that's like a long way back.
Yes. A long
What
hallway
if-
and stairs.
What if we have been in here for like 100 years, and every time that we press the button, it was like 100 more years?
I don't know.
We're
about y'all, but
probably-
I don't feel any older.
Well, I guess that is true.
Unanswered
Never mind.
questions race through your mind as you collect yourselves and in frustration press forward and deeper into the temple. After this room, you find another larger antechamber with kind of a balcony that goes around in a long rectangular hall. And here you see tables that are really old. You don't see tables made like this anymore. Chairs, you see rotten bookshelves. All of the books seem to be faded to dust at this point. More skeletons, of course, cobwebs, and the kind of bottom floor over the balcony is very dark. You can't really see underneath what's going on there. But at the end of the hall, you do see stairs.
It goes
Onward,
up,
I
right?
guess.
I'm gonna
They're-
watch
they're
out.
going up, right? Not down.
What's that? Oh, the stairs go down.
Oh, they're going down.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
When we first came in, there was something going on under the ground,
We
right?
went in.
You've gone
yeah.
down under the ground, and this would lead
Oh,
you
we've already
further.
gone. Okay,
Yes.
So we're going deeper and deeper.
it's always good.
Riley, I guess, just continues onward, and as she sees that we're going deeper and deeper into the earth, she just like starts angrily like dragging her like Wolverine claw weapons along the side of the hall as she goes down, just like fuck.
The loud piercing sound of the metal against the stone kind of like just adds to your anger. Walking forward, you kind of like get a glimpse at what they used to live like back centuries ago. It feels like you're stepping into history almost. You begin to walk down the stairs. And as you reach the base floor, you see a set of double doors and two iron circular handles. You feel that whatever lies behind this door is what you're looking for.
Like that source of the weird feeling, that weird heartbeat.
You feel an ominous presence from behind it.
We will definitely check for traps again. This
Oh, yeah.
door.
I'm going to just watch for my life.
For sure. Things. You can roll your thieves' tools just to if you see any traps, disarm them. 14. Yeah. Anything that might have come up, you quickly disable. As you push open the doors, you see another room, and I'm actually going to show you on the Jumbotron. Yes.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
You push open the
Oh, the
door.
circles look good.
Yes. All right. You push open the door and see another room. Inside, there are several little idols on podiums and two doors, one off to the left and one off to the side of the right.
I guess I'll walk through since I already like checked for traps here. So I'll just at least like walk one step in,
Absolutely.
like
Still
definitely
dodging.
glancing around. And what are these like podiums up here?
They're just little podiums that have different idols on them.
Do we see a stone slab on any of these?
All of them are seemingly like different little statues. None of them look like a slab or a slate.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't like touching stuff. That tends to not work out very well.
Should we get something to hit it with, maybe like a stick or something.
You do have a stick, don't you? Right.
I do have a stick. I'll grab like this walking staff that's like sticking out of my pack. I guess I'll can I poke like one of the pedestals just to see if it like budges up there?
Yeah, absolutely. As you poke it, you can tell that the statue is attached to the pedestal. So when you poke it, it's pretty heavy. If you poked it hard enough, you could knock it over. But seemingly nothing happens. They seem unimportant.
Does it look worth money?
You could probably sell it for something. Although
How
you would
big-
have
wait,
to
so the
lug.
statue's
That's a
connected to
really-
the
It's
pedestal?
connected.
Okay.
You would have to,
Gotcha.
yeah. If you want to lug that out, you certainly could try.
No, thank you.
Okay.
I guess what's on the pedestals? Like, are they? You said they're statues. Are they like creatures? Are they like deities?
So it appears like the different statues you see, like the shape of a man. You see the shape of some type of grotesque creature. You see the shape of like a circular orb. They're all just random things to you.
What do y'all think? We go left or we go right?
Probably right.
Right.
Both are
Right
fine
on.
to me, so that's good.
Well, right is the right way. See how that works.
What if you're facing the other direction, and then the left that was on the left is now the right?
No. It's my right. My right's always my right.
While they're bickering, I'll go up and break the door for traps as well.
Absolutely. You do not find any as you push up the right door and open it.
And I'll push on through, I guess.
Inside is another skinny hallway with 4 other potential doors.
What do y'all think? Are we here to explore? Or are we trying to get right with where we need to go?
Let's focus on the slab so we can leave this place.
I guess we head. Can I get a sense of where this bad feeling's coming from?
Ooh, okay. Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Can I get a sense of where this bad religion is coming from?
No.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a natural one.
Oof.
By the way,
yeah.
I don't know if this applies to anything, but I do have advantage on wisdom survival checks to track fey fiends or undead, as well as intelligence checks to recall information about them. I don't know if that's applicable.
That is not applicable in this
I
moment.
didn't think so.
So other than that one, you're honestly just guessing in the dark. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I will take just the first door then. I'll just
Alright.
push in. Oh, great.
Okay, yeah. You open the door
Bones.
and see several bones, skulls, skeletons. There is one skeleton in here in particular that seems to be quite fully formed and fully intact for a skeleton, but it's not moving at all.
What
And
do you
that's it?
see?
This room is a dead end, or
There is another door at the end of the room.
well, there's a dead guy in here, as well as some pieces of other.
Oh
dead
well,
people.
we found his friends, but any slab?
I don't see any slab. There's a door though. What do you guys think?
That's-
This path or another?
Well, we should eliminate this path entirely, so I'm alright with us pushing forward.
I'll walk in,
All right.
and I'm definitely I'm keeping my eyes on that weird skeleton.
The weird skeleton? Yeah, absolutely. You watch it the entire time. It does not move at all, but the smell of death in here is intense. As you make your way through, you step over bones that crack underneath your boots. You kick a few chains that kind of startle you as they echo throughout the room, but nothing seems to jump out at you in here.
She'll even tap the weird skeleton with her foot just in case.
Okay, yeah. You kick it, it just kind of falls over onto the floor.
Alright, I guess I'll keep moving up to the next door.
All right. You push it open as it creaks, and you enter yet another hallway.
Unless I see something that catches my eye, I'll just keep moving forward, looking for doors and
Absolutely.
paths.
The only thing that seems out of place is that all of the torches down here have been lit, seemingly by magical means.
I don't like that. I
Riley,
don't
did
like
you
magic shit.
light those torches? Was that you?
Nope.
Huh.
Feels like some haunted ass shit, if you ask me.
Maybe it's just what the button does. You remember the button? Maybe it was 10 torches and it lit all of them.
A very dramatic button.
I mean, I didn't design it.
All right. As you open up the next door, you see a small, narrow kind of walkway surrounded by like a pool of water.
This is starting to feel sketchy. Probably means it's our place to go.
You can feel the hallows of wind blow in from clearly a deeper, larger room. The tight hallways kind of opening up into this big chamber.
I guess take a first step out, but still staying pretty close to the door and just checking this path and just making sure it's stable and secure and just moving very carefully across.
Absolutely. Roll stealth for me as you cross that narrow pathway.
Oh, are we sneaking?
Yeah, just step lightly now.
Do you want us all?
16? Very nice.
That is a
Yes,
20.
whenever you cross it, please do. With a 20, yeah, you definitely cross this little stone bridge. Ooh, an 18? Absolutely. That succeeds.
Alex,
I'm doing it. Oh,
Ooh,
that's
an
not good.
8.
It's a 10.
10?
can I help her?
With a 10, she's fine. You all cross the platform easily and deftly.
I am a tall, large dragonborn. It's hard for me to step lightly.
You feel wisps of red arcane energy kind of whir past you as this ancient grounds kind of comes to life, as the different glyphs on the ground begin to light up and kind of slowly make their way towards a center platform, all being illuminated by the arcane glyphs on the ground.
Well, you were right, Inari. Right led us here. This sure feels like the place.
See, right is right. Right?
Can't argue with you today, at least.
Oh my god.
We'll see if we're alive to argue with you tomorrow.
Riley, wait, you're running.
Sorry. Y'all are like, it's like,
As you-
go first. We're right here.
As you head to the center platform, you see a long, narrow bridge that leads out into the vast kind of pool inside of this chamber. And from here, you can see on a pedestal a large slab.
The slab.
Oh, right
That
there.
really looks like it.
Should we just go pick it up, or maybe your stick?
As you walk further down the pathway, you see several snakes kind of slithering about, seemingly minding their own business. But you definitely see them kind of this is their nest.
Y'all like snakes?
Did they notice us? I'm not too fond of them, no.
They do see you, but they pay you no mind.
Maybe they're friendly.
Or maybe they are not.
Probably
maybe-
they're not.
Maybe they are friendly until you get close. And then they are not.
Lots of traps here, so the snakes
One
are
way to
probably
find
not.
out. Anybody want to volunteer?
I volunteered. And here we go.
I'll get right up with Inari, just kind of backing them up a little bit.
Hey, thanks.
Definitely
We are-
let them take the lead.
You
Just
walk
going-
forward, kind of creeping past the snakes. None of them seem to bother you, and you step around them as you approach this large plate. It's definitely small enough for you to be able to pick up, but you would have to hold it with two hands. On it, you see on it you see several inscribed glyphs in a long lost language that you cannot translate.
Does anyone speak scribbles?
I'll look at the scribbles.
Yeah, I'll give a peek or see what.
All of
do we
you
know
look it
that
over.
language?
I'm gonna
All
ask
of-
the snakes.
Absolutely. All of you look over on the slate, and are unable to translate it. These are hieroglyphics from a time long gone. And as you go to pick it up, it starts to hum and glow red. The whole temple seems to kind of shake as you hold it in your hands. In the distance, you hear the clattering of bones begin to move and walk out of the doors you entered from. Several skeletal monks from the temple seemingly coming to protect the slate. It is at this point I want you all to roll initiative.
Oh no.
And that is also where we're ending tonight's session. In the next episode, we will see what becomes of our fair adventurers. Will they fight more skeletons? Who knows? But I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Mark of Red Moon. We will be airing on Twitch and YouTube and all the platforms every Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. And if you enjoyed tonight's content, you can go ahead and watch our prequel episode, which is live now on YouTube. The prequel is filled with bloopers as it was our first time streaming. I hope you enjoy them. Maybe make a drinking game out of it because it's definitely a fun time and enjoyable to watch. As always, I've been your DM and your host, NV Wild. Again, my pronouns are they, them, and you can find me on all socials at NV Wild. And let's go ahead and give a round of applause for our lovely cast and reintroduce them to you. Pyronaynia.
Yes, thanks guys. I was Pyronaynia. You can find me on both social medias as Pyronaynia, and I go by Sugar.
And I was Chantilly and still will be. You can find me on Instagram, Chantilly_chateau.
And I'm Panthera. I'm Riley Renwood here on the show. You can find me at Panthera the Farrowwood Witch on Twitch, YouTube, and then at Farrowwood Farm on Instagram, Twitter, and my blog is farrowwoodfarm.com.
Wonderful. All right. Thank you to all of you lovely people here. All of these lovely people also helped me create this show. It's definitely a team effort. And we all thank you all for watching. And we hope to see you next Wednesday. Goodbye, everybody.